River Dragons are on the air. The Columbus River Dragons are on the air, live on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Tonight's game is brought to you by Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Zelmo Zip-In, Country Inn and Suites, Kinetic Credit Union, Heckler & Koch, Pepsi Cola, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's head to the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth for the start of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And join the voice of the River Dragons, Zach DeBozart.
Thank you very much, Brian Thomas. Welcome in to the Columbus Civic Center for the second straight night. It'll be the River Dragons taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. I'm Zach DeBozart. We've got a lot to talk about in tonight's Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. We'll have a special Inside the Lair with one of last night's goal scorers. It'll be Robert Van Weinsberg. Detail all the action that happened in last night's River Dragons win, a 3-1 tally, first 3-point game of the season for Columbus. Move them up to fourth in the standings, just by the way the points percentages work. Of course, early season, those numbers are going to look all sorts of goofy, but we'll break those down as well and tell you about all the other news, notes, and roster changes to be made as we get ready for today's contest. It's the Columbus River Dragons. It's the Carolina Thunderbirds. Game 2 of 2 this weekend. Where are you going to be but here? How about in the Civic Center? Of course, if you're not listening in on radio, tickets still available, Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. Plenty of time. If you're driving around the West Georgia, East Alabama area, get on out here and come see some good hockey. Let's take a break. When we come back, Robert Van Weinsberg on Inside the Lair, up next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
All November long, Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is getting you some bang with your bike. Buy a pre-owned Harley-Davidson, get a $1,000 gift card to Shooters. Our showroom is locked and loaded with over 100 used Harleys in stock. So buy your perfect pre-owned Harley-Davidson and get a $1,000 gift card to Shooter. All November long, get some bang with your bike from Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Welcome back to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. It's now time for Inside the Lair. Today our guest, the goal last night, number 19, Robert Van Weinsberg. Robert, thanks for taking the time.
Well, thanks for having me.
First thing I got to ask, because it's always just a thing in hockey, what is the official nickname from the locker room right now? Because with such a long last name, I feel like there's many different ways to take it, and we don't know how to take it yet with you.
I think they're still figuring it out. Robbie works. Anything with a van, really.
So. All right. We'll figure it out. As we get down in the year, I'm sure we'll revisit and ask you that question. Let's talk about last night, though. You score a goal, your second of the season. Obviously a big goal, goes down as the game winner. What do you remember on the play, and what were some of the takeaways from last night's game for you?
No, we played a good game. I was really happy to see the guys kind of coming together a lot more than kind of how things played out in Port Huron. Port Huron, I think, was just a learning experience for us. The goal, MJ just made a nice pass to me. I put it to the net, and the guy gave a juicy rebound, so I took it.
And when you look at it, too, I mean, Carolina and Columbus, it's a known rivalry, but for you who's new coming into that, could you feel that rivalry from pretty much off the get-go, especially considering who your line mates are and Graham and Krupp?
Right, yeah. Krupe and Grammer there, they like to get into it, so it was nice, and I haven't experienced it yet, but I could see the pain in their faces, so it was nice. I joined in a bit.
Yeah, it certainly was a very entertaining game. Came out on the right side of it with a 3-1 win. Fans went home happy. Let's talk a little bit about you here, Rob. Now, first off, you mentioned Port Huron. That's where we started the season, but interestingly, that was your last Fed stop before you joined here in Columbus, and you go back as far as some of the teams that were in Dayton. So I always like to ask this of guys who are in the early parts of the Fed. From the first time you were playing in the Federal League versus now, give us some sort of synopsis or like what it looks like through your eyes, the change that the league's gone through.
I'd say the biggest thing is just that Columbus is a very professional organization. We're really, really happy to be here. Nonetheless, it's the Fed's really developed since I think I entered. I know I got probably some interesting stories to tell, but yeah, it's progressive, and we're here now, and I think that's a testament to why I'm still playing hockey. So.
When you talk about Port Huron too, I know you were there for only a handful of games or so, but what was it like for you there versus when you returned as an opposing player, and maybe what was similar? Any teammates you saw from before, or what was that like?
There was a few, so we got some smiles. I'm not the type of guy who likes to chum it up with the other team. I like to hack them instead. But I mean, yeah, Port Huron was kind of just convenient for me at the time because I'm from London, Ontario, so it's not too far of a drive. But yeah, some familiar faces, but I don't like looking at them.
Yeah, London, Ontario, pretty good hockey area, if I may say so. So that was obviously good for you there. We're speaking with Robert Van Weinsberg on Inside the Lair. Inside the Lair, as always, is brought to you by the Dragon's Den Pro Shop and the Columbus Ice Rink, open Wednesdays every week for all your ice skating and hockey needs. Now we look ahead to today's game. Obviously, same opponent, Carolina Thunderbirds. What kind of game are you expecting? Because not too often do you hold a team as good as Carolina, only one goal and 25 shots in a game. You know they got to be changing something up and coming at you with more intensity, right?
Absolutely. I think we kind of just got to play similarly to last night, tighten a few more things up. But overall, I think we just need to have a physical presence, and I don't think they want anything to do with that.
What do you think is the X factor tonight? Maybe it's on your line, maybe it's something else with the team. What can step up to really make sure you get another win and secure the weekend sweep?
I think we got 3 deep lines, and I don't know if anyone's seeing that yet, but we've got a lot of talent on this team, and it's just a matter of time before with a little more ice time, even with some of the younger guys, you're going to see just the potential that they have, and when they start to produce, you're going to see some of the younger guys getting a lot of the ice time. So I think they're going to be the X factor. I think they were the ones that kept them within one goal last night too. So.
Any message to the fans before we get you out of
here? Thanks for having us. Thanks for coming out, and it's. Columbus is a nice city.
We got a loud barn last night, looking for another one tonight. Thanks for your time, Rob. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Rob Van Weinsberg on Inside the Lair. Stick around. More Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things many of us take for granted. Yet, for many United States military veterans, finding and affording oral health care is a challenge many of us don't think about. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. DLN is asking dentists and their teams to volunteer to see one veteran with special needs one time per year. Visit willyouseeonevet.org to learn more. That's willyouseeonevet.org.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. The River Dragons taking on the Carolina Thunderbirds. Game number 2 of this 2-game weekend set and 2 of 5 in a row between these two teams. I'm Zach DeBozart. Mike V is with us once again. Pregame and first period probably once again. You were telling me, Mike, you got a job. It's unfortunate, right?
I yet to hit the 6 numbers in the ball. So, I mean, until that happens, I have to do what I got to do. But
yeah, until we all get that, you know.
But I want to thank you and the organization for allowing me to come up here and extend my hockey career a little bit. I appreciate it.
You know, it was funny, actually. I got some comments from fans. They were rolling into the game here today, or those that had stayed after for the autograph signings. I was walking past, seeing the guys, saying hi to some fans, and they said, wow, what a throwback to hear your voice again, to have you on. So, you know, you're meaning something out there to the people who are listening. I'm sure that doesn't go unnoticed.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
River Dragons and Thunderbirds getting ready for Game 2. Last night, a 3-1 victory for Columbus moves them to 4 points on the season, and now with a .444 points percentage moves them to 4th in the FPHL. Because of the early season and how the points percentage decides the total and not the actual points, it's a little odd when you see a team like Danbury, for example, at 11 points, number 1, at a 9-17, but then Binghamton at 12, because they've played more games, are actually getting a less percentage of their points. As the season goes on, that will obviously work itself out. But for right now, Columbus at 4 points is ahead of 2 teams with 6 points. It's still early season, but you want to win games that are in front of you. And last night they did a very good thing in picking up all 3 points against Carolina.
And the league format for teams that make the playoffs is the 6 teams.
I believe it's top 4 this year.
Top 4 this year?
I think that's somewhere on the Fed website, to be honest with you, because obviously it changes year to year with how many teams are in it, but it should be a 4-team, I think. Scott will yell at me. I'll have to double check.
Just to exude that cockiness, it doesn't make a difference because Columbus won't have to worry about that situation.
Right. That's a good way to look at it for sure. In last night's game, it was 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. Hunter Bersani got us started. Vaughn Clouston, former River Dragon, ended up scoring what was Carolina's only tally of the game on a breakaway, and then 1 goal in the second and third periods each. Robert Van Weinsberg, who you just heard from on Inside the Lair, picked up his own rebound and put it home for the eventual game winner. And then Trevor Finch, his first goal as a professional, set up by a great play by Hunter Bersani behind the net, forced a turnover. That's what gave the game its final score, 3-1. Jared Rutledge, he was phenomenal between the pipes, 24 saves on 25 shots. Mike, we remarked with him after the game, said, well, Rutledge, it was a kind of boring night for you there. Only 25 shots against Carolina, because the Thunderbirds, man, they love to tally up those shot totals up in the 40s, maybe even 50 sometimes.
Yeah, and you know what was interesting last night? The first half of the first period, 5 shots total, I think, from both teams, and Columbus had a goal on a shot that was, you know, pretty much I think a pass or just a prayer to throw it out in front and went off the goaltender's, back of his leg and into the net. But, you know, it is, you know, one of the things a lot of coaches do, especially on the road, they want you to take a lot of shots on goal.
Yeah.
Keep shooting it at the net because be hockey cliche. Good things happen when you shoot at the net.
That's right. They certainly do. 3-1 was the final last night, and now comes for the weekend sweep. Try and move themselves above 500 in the points percentage tonight. They would do so with any kind of win. They'd move to 500 if they take the overtime win, move to over 500 with the regulation win. Carolina, on the other hand, seeking to avoid a 4-game losing streak, something you don't hear about a lot if you are a Thunderbirds fan, that is for sure. So some pride, some early season points, some early season bragging rights, because again, with 5 games in a row against these teams, this is game number 2. I guess if you're Carolina, you don't want to fall behind 2-0 in the series with games coming up. So should be a very testy affair out there.
And I'm just interested to see if any of the little things that happen. I mean, I talked to you prior to us getting on the air, and you talked about the game was kind of a weird game. It was kind of chippy, but it really didn't play out the way you would think it would normally would between these two teams, and considering the rivalry with them. Sometimes guys take notes and put it in their pocket, and when you're playing somebody 5 straight games, it's not like you're going to wait a month or 2 to get an individual back for something that perhaps a liberty he took on one of your players or yourself. So, you know, you'd be interested to see how this game ends up coming out for the first period.
Well, we'll see how it does. We'll see how many notebooks get checked in the locker rooms as the teams are off the ice, off of the warm-ups. and they are getting their final instructions before they get ready for the period. Still a little bit of time left. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups. We'll have a look around the league and a whole lot more as the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show rolls on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next day in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn Suites by Radisson.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Welcome back into the Columbus Civic Center for Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. We take a look around the FPHL with our Zelmo zip-in, zip-around the league. With only 7 teams in the Fed, obviously you only get 3 games a night. Last night, it was the Watertown Wolves that were off. Today, it is the Delaware Thunder, and that is because the Watertown Wolves are on the road, and their in-state rival, the Binghamton Black Bears. We start there in New York, only 5 minutes into the first period, and Watertown is on the board, not once, but twice. Alexander Jeff getting 2 goals, 2:24 mark and 5:08 mark of the first period. 6-1 early shots on goal right now in favor of the Wolves. When we take a look in the other games, Danbury and Port Huron, they've also started up. They had a 7:05 puck drop over there at McMorran Arena. 7 minutes into the first, and it's Port Huron on the board early with a goal from Austin Federley, shorthanded at the 2:55 mark. Surprise, surprise, shorthanded for a Joe Pace penalty, though it was a high stick, so you never know. Could have been something legitimate there. Port Huron 1-0, Watertown 2-0, and Carolina and Columbus dropping puck at 7:30. That's your Zelmo zip-in look around the FPHL. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. Quickly, the Southern Hockey scoreboard. In the SPHL, Vermilion County and Roanoke are about to drop the puck on a 7:15 start over at the Berglund Center in Western Virginia. Knoxville is at Macon for a 7:30 puck drop. Then over in the Central Time Zone, 8 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Central, Fayetteville at Birmingham. 8:05 East, 7:05 Central, Huntsville at Pensacola. 8:10 East, 7:10 Central, Evansville is at Quad City. The Peoria Rivermen are off tonight. You know what was fun, Mike, is when we had a 4-team, or actually it was a 5-team SPHL. When we said the Southern Hockey scoreboard, it was fun to say, like, for example, Peoria there. All right, Peoria is the 5th wheel tonight, so you don't got to worry about them. We tell you the other games. I don't think there's an 11th wheel to tell you about, much like there's not a 7th wheel here for the Fed. But an odd number of teams in both the single A leagues creates for some interesting scheduling situations, and maybe you don't see the same opponent every night, but obviously we do here with Carolina.
Yeah, and you know the biggest thing, too, is the travel consideration, the far travel. I know in the SPHL when the Cottonmouths and Peoria went at it, you had to have a weekend schedule. You couldn't go up to Peoria, ride up there, and basically get back on the bus and drive to Knoxville and play the game the night after. It's just almost physically impossible. And then obviously with budgetary situations flying, with the exception maybe in the playoffs, would be something you might do. But normally that ends up happening. And as these leagues stretch out with the Federal League, being basically, from the Gulf of Mexico to the Canadian border. Right?
Yeah.
It's a long trip. Especially you did it last week in Port Huron.
Yeah, we did it last weekend for Port Huron. We'll be doing it all season long to bring you the games on the broadcast network. That means trips up to Watertown and Binghamton. Thank goodness for sleeper buses. That's all I'm going to say.
You know, at the Watertown, my dad was stationed there in the Army, and when we took a ride up, my dad wanted to show me when I was a teenager where, he was in the Army, and and this is from Rhode Island. I couldn't imagine going from Columbus there, because it took forever for us to get from Rhode Island to Watertown, New York. Never mind the Columbus, Georgia area.
Yeah, you're legging out that trip. That's for sure. You're not doing it in one straight shot. But I tell you what, it is something interesting. Obviously, Watertown had the hiatus and didn't play in the last season, but now they are, and that military town rivalry is back, and we're going to see Watertown later this month. Wednesday, November 24th, the Thunderbirds are here for that 5th and final game of the 5 straight. And then the day after Thanksgiving, Friday and Saturday, we're up in Watertown for our only trip there to the Watertown Municipal Arena to see the Wolves again. And I tell you, I'll probably bring back some stories from that bus trip for sure, tell you all about them.
And maybe some snow in your shoes because,
let's not say that word.
Listen, I know one thing about Watertown. You like snow, you can find it there.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, I think we see starting lineups up here on Press Row, so we will bring them to you. And when we come back, starting lineups and more after this, Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, we can tell you that we have the largest selection of Harleys in Georgia, but you should really see for yourself. Our showroom is packed with a sea of motorcycles, over 100 Harleys to choose from. We've got a Harley for all size people and all size budgets. Good credit or bad, it's no problem. Come see why Fort Benning Harley-Davidson is the fastest growing dealer in Georgia. Fort Benning Harley-Davidson, Williams Road in Columbus. FortBenningHD.com.
The benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. While we're offering these Smart Steps financial education program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
It's the greatest way to kick off the holidays and the perfect place to do it. The Holiday Extravaganza at the Flower Cart, Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3. There'll be tons of sales plus snacks and sips, so shop away and get a jump on pre-Black Friday specials and book your custom designed Christmas decor wreaths, garlands, and table designs so they'll be ready before you need them. Grab Christmas gifts while the selection is great at the Flower Cart and shop the holiday collection in the boutique for your upcoming parties and events. Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3 at the Flower Cart Stadium Plaza, Phoenix City.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Carolina Thunderbirds getting themselves ready for a 60-minute affair. Game 2 of this 2-game weekend set. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. And we do have our starting lineups here. The Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. And on the Fort Benning look at the starting lineup for the home team, it's a new man in net, number 31, Bailey McBurney. McBurney will be making his first start of the year. The Beverly, Massachusetts native was spending some time with, I believe it was Peoria, earlier this season in the SPHL. Now gets his first look here in the Fed season with the River Dragons. In front of him will be the defense pairing of number 24, Brad Nolan, and number 25, Tom Maldonado. And then the forward line in front will be number 19, Robert Van Weinsberg, in the middle of number 22, Jay Krupp, and number 8, MJ Graham. Mike, that Van Weinsberg, Krupp, and Graham line is very productive. Obviously, Van Weinsberg, he got the game-winning goal in the second period, what went down eventually as it. And we've seen that line just produce, have energy, and just be very well-rounded early on in the season.
I mean, in order to win a championship, you have to have a number one line that puts the puck into the net. And so far, those guys are looking good, particularly what we've seen so far this season. And as you said last night, the way the team responded to the one goal when it was tied at the end of one, coming out, getting that go-ahead goal, and then getting the insurance goal later. but that line certainly is productive.
River Dragons lineup remains the same as it was from last night, so you can scratch number 29, Jake Huss, number 26, Oleg Shapitzin, and number 30, Sean Kuhn, which means tonight's backup is number 1, Jared Rutledge, last night's starter. Over for the Carolina Thunderbirds, they will return to the net, number 29, Nick Modica. Modica, who suffered the loss last night, has a 1-2 record, .890 save percentage, and a .337 goals against. The defense in front of him, number 22, George Holt, and number 24, Yuri Peshtuka. And the forward line, John Butita, number 14 in the middle, number 26, Daniel Martin on the left, and number 23, Tommy Cardinal on the right. We do notice number 7, Chris Corrigan out of Spring Lake, Michigan, has drawn back into the lineup for Garrett Rutledge, a Carolina head coach. And we were talking with Dylan Clark, the Carolina media man over on the other side of the arena. Because they dressed a man down, they had 9 forwards and 6 defense. Corrigan draws into the lineup, and nobody really has to come out. So other than Corrigan in, lineup remains unchanged for both of these teams coming into a Saturday contest.
You know, and it's always interesting to know when you're making the lot, you're going to see a lot of moves at the beginning part of the season, because there's still the fact of teams are going to have players that were either on the IR due to camp, they'll get activated, and then players disperse. So you're going to have a lot of that action up and down for the beginning part of every single A season in hockey.
Yes, you certainly will. You see the inflatable tunnel is up, doing some final touch-ups to the ice. We are almost ready for some hockey here in this building. Still some time to get out if you're listening in your car. West Georgia and East Alabama area. Tickets available at the box office. Get on in. See this rivalry, the latest edition, coming up in just a few minutes. It's Carolina. It's Columbus. We're going to take one more break. When we come back, the conclusion of the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Headquarter Nissan has the same pre-owned cars as our competitors, but you save thousands with us. And you get a lifetime warranty. Take Headquarter Nissan's 2017 Nissan Sentra for $13,900. The same one like a block away is $15,500. That's over $1,500 more. And what about $33,100 for their 2021 Toyota RAV4 when Headquarter Nissan has its twin for $32,400, including the lifetime warranty. Headquarter Nissan in Columbus. Offers with approved credit and includes everything except tax and license. See dealer for details.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
If you look down real close at the ice, you can see tiny little gray dragon. Well, he looks tiny from up here, but he's a big guy. He's playing out there with his stick, and he's waiting for his buddies, the River Dragons, to come on out. That's Torch. That's our team mascot. River Dragons are in the tunnel. They are just a minute or two away from being announced to this crowd. And it's still filing in here to the Civic Center for what should be a very exciting hockey game between your Columbus River Dragons and the Carolina Thunderbirds. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. Mike, we've gone through the starting lineups. We talked about all the news and notes. And for you, as somebody who's, probably getting a real good look at the River Dragons, especially from up here, what sort of changes do you anticipate is going to happen from what you saw last night coming into tonight?
I think a little more physical off the bat from Carolina's side. I think they're starting to say, hey, we haven't got a win yet. And let's get out there. Let's take it to them. Let's take it to them in the first period, set the tone, and go out there and bang them around a little bit. Let's see how they like it. Now, as you well know, the River Dragons aren't going to sit back and just take it. So I think that you're going to see a first period that's going to probably have a lot of physicalness to it, maybe even a little more chippiness than what we saw, even though the first period was slightly chippy, had a couple of altercations.
I would definitely agree with you on that point, and just furthering on it, it really tells you how grindy and how defensive a game was. When you looked at the Fed scoreboard last night, you saw 3-1 here in Columbus, but in in Port Huron, where they were hosting Danbury, and in Delaware, where they were playing Binghamton, you had games at double-digit goals. You had 6-5 and 7-6. So this was very much defensive and grindy and battle it out.
And I think that plays into the hands of the River Dragons, because what I saw, and I'm not taking anything away from the Nico, but I think that the goaltending on the River Dragons with Rutledge last night was one of those, he's a very solid goaltender, and he has some good defense in front of him. And you know what? You just need to get a goal a period and just allow one all game, and you're going to win a lot of games in the hockey season, that's for sure.
That was the recipe for success last night. We shall see if it's the recipe for success again today. The Thunderbirds are out onto their bench, and the River Dragons starters are being announced for everybody here in the building. One more time for those of you listening in on the radio. Bailey McBurney gets the start between the pipes, going against Nick Modica, the Carolina Thunderbirds. Goaltender matchup brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Save more with Kinetic. Brad Nolan and Tom Maldonado are on defense in front of McBurney, and Graham Krupp and Van Weinsberg are the starting forward line. For Carolina, they're starting 5 in front of Modica. George Holt and Yuri Peshtuka on defense. Butita, Martin, and Cardinal are the forwards. With that, we'll take our final break, and when we come back, the Sun South John Deere first period is on the way next on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show on 106.9 Really Rocks. The call of the game is just moments away after we pause for a short break on the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
At Southern States Bank, the Common Sense Bank, we're a true community bank that supports the places we serve. Our people live, work, and play in your community. And you will find us cheering for the River Dragons right alongside you in the stands. With convenient locations throughout Alabama and Georgia, we're never too far away to handle any of your financial concerns. Call, click, or come by and see how we can help you make sense out of your banking. Visit us online at southernstatesbank.net. Southern States Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 410611.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun. Walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw is inspired by the Viet Cajun elegance of boil and bag seafood that holds all the juicy flavor of the ocean. Then we add our very own unique mixture of the best spices that take the taste to another level. We can confirm that you won't find our flavor anywhere else. We collect the freshest seafood, prepare them as you order, and we encourage you to grab your hand in the bag to enjoy the heavenly taste of our signature seafood combinations. We believe that having quality and fresh foods with friends and family is the best feeling in the world. world. Come, open up a bag and enjoy the best seafood in town where the ultimate juiciness waits for you. Call 706-507-3845 to order.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South John Deere, Houston Clinic, Burger King, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Country Inn and Suites, Buffalo Rock, Pepsi Cola, John Emerald Distilling, Wade Cleaners, and P&B Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Zach DeBozart.
The national anthem has been sung, and it's hockey time on the Chattahoochee here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons and Thunderbirds getting ready for 60 minutes of battle. I'm Zach DeBozart alongside Mike V. Rachel Cochran delivering the national anthem tonight, a beautiful rendition for those here in the building. Our ceremonial face-off taking part again between the two captains, Joe Cangelosi and Josh Petrantonio. And when they vacate, the teams will get their final instructions and will be ready to play some hockey. River Dragons are dressed in the blackout look today, all black with the helmets, jerseys, pants, and socks with teal trim in the jersey and in the numbers. They are going to go left to right with Bailey McBurney defending the goal over to that side. To our right, it's Nick Modica once again, and the Thunderbirds dressed as they were the night before with the white Script and State logo on the chest, black helmets and pants, and red numbers. They go right to left. Mike, nothing left to do but drop some puck and get this game going.
Yeah, just a matter of seeing again how these teams start off the first period. You know, if you're Carolina, you're just chomping at the bit. You want to walk out of here. You want a bus ride home that the food on the bus tastes better with a win.
Certainly does. Butita wins the opening draw, and we are underway here in the Sun South John Deere first period. This one deflects into the zone. Racing after it is Nolan. He'll backhand send this one around, and it'll be collected for a moment by MJ Graham. He's knocked off the puck by Cardinal, and Nolan has it once again behind his own net. Van Weinsberg tries to play it back to him. Butita lays a good check. That puck goes off the referee's skate and was heading towards the net. Clearing the danger was Maldonado. And now MJ Graham trying to work it out, but it's just held in at the right point by Butita. Carolina doing a good job hemming Columbus in early, Mike, like you said.
Yeah, the forecheck rather strong.
MJ Graham, nice spinorama move right there. Getting some oohs and ahs out of the crowd. Now this one backhanded in by Van Weinsberg. Modica will stick it and at the side of his net, cover it up for the whistle. 19:11 left to go in the first, so really virtually no attack zone time so far for the Dragons, but the first non-center ice face-off is an offensive zone draw for them.
Yeah, the bounce of the puck. One thing you got to be careful, though, is soft turnovers inside your own zone when they're forechecking like that. Sometimes you just want to bang it off the boards and make sure you clear the zone. Get yourself out of trouble.
Face off to the left of Modica. Columbus wins it. Doyle plays it across the blue line. Nothing doing, so Schmidt will have to retreat as that one goes out of the zone. Grebennikov with this puck on the near side boards, plays it to nobody. It threads through everyone, but no icing as they say Columbus could have touched it. Behind the net, Schmidt being bothered. He drops it back for Doyle, dangerously in front of his own net, but Doyle was aware of the situation. Austin Doe with this left wing to Armstrong, right wing, fires, and a pad save made Modica. Rebound was loose in front of him. He didn't realize it, but he still made the save, being in good position. Doe with the top of the circles, playing that one to the middle. Now Doe with a chance, backhand, and that one just goes wide to the short side. Modica might have gotten a glove on it. Gus Ford will play this one cross ice and head off for a change. Waving his stick at that one is Paul Frigeau, and now the River Dragons are back into the zone. Cross ice pass from Doe is knocked away, and it can't be hauled in at the left point by Zach Sargis. He'll knock it in to laid off sides. Dragons touch up, 18-12 to go in period one.
Got a good little step up on the blue line.
Hunter Bersani was able to hold it in. Right circle, a backhand across, and a chance right there for Trevor Finch, looking for goals in back-to-back games, but nothing doing as Modica shuts the door. Trevor Finch still with it, near side circle along the wall. Cangelosi will check him, frees up the puck, and now Paul Frigeau hustling back as Zach Sargis was in a little bit of danger, tied up with a Thunderbird. Frigeau skating this one ahead, 3-on-4 as he hits the line, left wing, being waved into the corner by Peshtuka. Good stick by the Carolina defenseman. Peshtuka now finds the puck after it was freed up by Nicoletti. On the near side wall, Peshtuka dodges a check, and Cameron Dimmitt will flip that one to center, put good touch on it for no icing, as Zach Sargis has to grab it, and both teams change here.
The game's a little more opened up right now.
Pastuca intercepts one in the neutral zone. Carolina trying to turn it back the other way, and Pastuca lost an edge right on the River Dragons logo at center. McBurney comes out of his net to play it, and then he bobbled it for a moment. Then he turned it over. Look out, chance there at the side of the net, but McBurney got back, and there was no angle to shoot at for the new Thunderbird into the lineup, Chris Corrigan. Chance in front there, and Tommy Cardinal was denied. He was in too close, and McBurney was able to stand tall. Cardinal touches up, no offsides, but the River Dragons have the puck in their own end. Just over 3 minutes gone here in the Sun South John Deere first period. MJ Graham poked off of his stick by George Holt. Tried to sending it in front was Trevor Finch. Now Van Weinsberg bothering a man behind the net. He's got it. Centers it in front. Nobody home. Brad Nolan tried to rush in from the blue line, but by that time the chance is gone and Carolina slaps it down.
Ben Weisberg with a nice play there. Too bad nobody was posted up front. That would have been a great opportunity.
Krupp, a one-time blast from a ways away, goes high over the bar. Nicely set up by MJ Graham. Now here comes Carolina back the other way. Gus Ford taking some abuse, dodges a check from Nolan, in and around. He shoots and scores. Goes 5-hole on Bailey McBurney, and McBurney knew it. As soon as Ford released it, he almost looked up as the shot was releasing. 5-hole right into the bottom left corner, and it's 1-0 Carolina. They get the early tally, 3:38 into the first.
You come up from an offensive chance on one side, and they take it down the other end and score. And you're right. You looked at the reaction, and goaltender was looking up already before the puck had crossed the goal line. He knew he was beat.
We'll drop it at center ice. Carolina with the early lead in this one, 1-0. A reverse of fortune compared to last night's game. Petrantonio tries to win it forward. It's back at the Columbus line. We are back underway here. Petrantonio will tip this one into the zone. Victor Grebennikov picks up the only assist on the Gus Ford goal. 3:38 into the first. It is Ford's first, the Tillsonburg, Ontario native. Carolina in the offensive zone, near side corner in the zone to our left. Doyle's tied up here with Dimmitt. It'll work up the boards near side. Armstrong can't force his way through George Holt. Second effort, and again, Holt is able to hold the line along the boards. You can just tell right now, Mike, Carolina's come out with some sort of renewed sense of focus. They are not making the same timid or maybe even mistake-filled plays from last night.
No, you're right. They are aggressive coming out here in the first period, and the scoreboard shows right now.
Schmidt spins it back, and rushing in on this Tommy Cardinal behind the net. He plays it too, and Austin Doe found it, but put the pass in Armstrong's skates, and it's able to be held in by Daniel Martin. This one rims around, and Schmidt takes a check, but eats it nicely from Cardinal. Butita waves the stick. Cardinal finds it in the corner. Chance! And at the far side circle, Martin put it over the bar. It rimmed around the glass, hits mesh, and goes out of play.
You know, one way to help an opponent look a lot better than what they are is if you're not moving your skates. And I think if you notice in here in the defensive zone, River Dragons aren't really moving their skates, and they're getting beat to the puck.
15-17 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Carolina on Gus Ford's first of the season. Butita set to take this draw here. Looks like that's against Finch. Butita will win it. Finch will win it, but Carolina took it away with anticipation in the corner. Martin rims this one down, and Butita has it near side boards now. To Pashtuk at the left point. Fires a shot. That one deflected and goes wide. Frigeau will find it on the far wall. Just able to get it out, and Cardinal quickly dumps it back in. McBurney tried to glove that one down and ended up popping right in front of him. And Columbus collects and tries to clear the zone. Cross-ice pass. Bersani feeds it ahead. Here's Anderson, a shot blocked in front. That's a heck of a block right there by Vaughn Clouston. Anderson trying to find this one in the middle, and Grebennikov with the active stick was able to find it first. He plays it to an open wing, but he hits DeAndrea in the skates with it. He can't touch it, touches up now, and by that time Frigeau has found the puck for the Dragons. 14.5 to go here in period one. Now Jagger Williamson will skate this one ahead. Williamson from the red line, touched ahead to Anderson, but it went through his stick, and now this will be played up by Dylan Farmer. Turnover at the Columbus bench, and now with this puck here is Maldonado. Hunter Bersani chips it in. He goes off to finish the Columbus change. And this is a lot of what we were seeing really in the first game here. Turnover, right wing circle. Van Weinsberg with a chance, and it feeds out to Maldonado, but he couldn't pull the trigger. All the way down at the Columbus end it goes. Nolan plays to an open wing. Here's some numbers. MJ Graham, right circle. He takes a look across, back door, and it rings off the post.
The light went on.
The light went on. And we're still playing. The whistle's gone.
And I think the referee's going to disallow it. Or he never made the call or pointed in that it was a goal.
The referee waved this one off. It had appeared to hit the post, but the red light went on.
I think think there's going to be a conference of officials. They might even tap the goal judge to see what he saw.
I mean, from our angle, especially with how the backdoor play was set up, Graham to Van Weinsberg, the puck to come out that way would have had to have hit the post because Van Weinsberg is set up on the far post, and the way that puck would have hit, it came out to the near corner. It's really hard to believe that that would have hit the netting, but the red light did go on. So you're really wondering what you could have seen. There's no instant replay available in the Fed to review for the officials.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a tall order to ask for this to be a goal. And to be honest with you, Mike, I'm not sure if it is one.
I mean, I'm going to say this. Normally, when I don't see a referee say he points unless an official on the ice says it definitely went in, he's not going to, even if the goal judge says it was in, he's going to overrule the goal judge. And I don't think you're going to get a goal out of this.
Yeah, and there's the signal, no goal. The washout there from the official. The crowd's not going to like that, but I think there might have just been a very quick trigger in the box for the red light. So it remains 1-0 Carolina. And I believe it was Van Weinsberg who was looking for his third there on the back door. Just got stopped by the post. We're back underway. Maldonado holds us in right point. Troop from behind the net in front. Van Weinsberg had that hop over, stick in the slot.
Wow.
Another glorious chance for him. Here's Gus Ford, the Carolina goal scorer. Pass across Nicoletti, and that's a good block by Maldonado in front to prevent any other action. Dimmitt holds this one in, top of the circles. Ford gets it over now to the right wing circle. Peavy tried to play it through the legs to the slot. It was cleared away by Nolan. This one takes a weird hop off the kick plate behind the net. It rests for Van Weinsberg. He's bodied up by Peavy, and Columbus flips this one out. Yuri Peshtuka played with a high stick.
Yeah.
He'll touch it. Now it'll come all the way back into the Carolina end. And now we should be getting our media timeouts. I think because we're in the under 15. The first under 15 actually was the goal that wasn't a goal.
Yeah.
So we might have just bypassed that. I'm not 100% sure. So our radio affiliates down the line, stay with us. We'll update you as we know things. Butita wins the defensive zone draw for Carolina. This one couldn't be held in left point by Schmidt as it goes to his legs. But Petrantonio will find it. He'll slap it in, and a blocker save forced out of Modica from about 70 feet away.
That had a little Tabasco on that shot.
It did indeed. Over to the left wing side. Armstrong trying to play that to Schmidt. A little give and go now down into the corner. Armstrong with it. He gets checked by Butita, still with the puck. Working it up to the left wing side. Schmidt with it again. That one knocked away. And now here's Armstrong trying to play it to the middle. Too many Carolina sticks in the way. They force it out. Armstrong plays it back in. Petrantonio has to touch up on the offside. Grebennikov moves it ahead for Carolina. Here's a stretch pass. Martin in all alone. Martin held up there. A backhand effort goes wide by McBurney. And that's some good defense right there from Noah Doyle. Did just enough. Down it goes, and Dylan Farmer will have it near side circle in his own end. 12-18 left to go here in the first. Butita with a backhand chip into the Columbus end. Carolina to change their own. Look out, DeAndrea's loose in front. Save made by McBurney, and he has that one underneath the paraphernalia. Columbus a little bit careless underneath the goal line, overskated that puck. And Vinny DeAndrea came out in front with a good opportunity, shut down by the new Columbus netminder in McBurney.
Yeah, I'm interested to see when I talked to one of the workers, your maintenance guys here. I said last night the compressors weren't adjusted for the ice on last night's game. We were talking about how it was kind of rough. It looks like it is a little bit better, except the boards look like they're taking all kinds of weird hops.
Well, I mean, welcome to Columbus. That's just the board situation, at least as long as the River Dragons have been here for sure. We get a false start drop, and Carolina gets waved out. It'll be Corrigan going against Hunter Bersani on this drop. Bersani will win it, and Frigeau takes behind the Columbus net. 12 minutes left to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. Finch lost it, and Frigeau has it back in the Columbus end. Playing it right wing side, dropping it back for Finch. He tried a little spinorama move, interfered with Cangelosi enough. Anderson gets through the legs, fires. That's a mask save by Modica. And the rebound, Anderson put it right into his breadbasket. Heck of a move, heck of a sequence of events to get that shot, but Nick Modica able to stand tall and make the saves.
You know, when you look at pound-for-pound chances, Columbus has certainly had their fair share. They're not rewarded for it. Carolina, of course, and on that breakaway right there, that was a big defensive play right there to stop that guy, 26, coming in.
Face-off won by Columbus. Pass to the slot, goes through its intended target in Trevor Finch, and Cameron Dimmitt will dump this one down. Icing going to come once again as Zach Sargis looks over his shoulder and sees he has plenty of space to win the race for icing. So we'll do it again down in the Carolina end. 11:35 to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. 5-4 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter for the Dragons, but 1-0 Carolina thanks to Gus Ford.
One thing we thought we was going to see a lot of hitting. It's more open ice type stuff going on right now by both squads.
Nicoletti rims this one around. Peshtuka tried to wave at it. Now Ford helps it on its way. Down the ice it goes. It'll be collected by Frigeau. Paul Frigeau plays this one to Hunter Bersani. He'll chip this one in, and Nicoletti first on it on the race. Near side, far side corner, and this one's taken away by Bersani. Played it to the middle, and he split both his intended pass targets. And now Dimmitt trying to get around Sargis. Good active stick by Sargis, and he just blows up Cameron Dimmitt, and offsides is the call. And no, we are going to get a penalty on this.
Yeah.
Maybe the back official.
A roughing. Apparently the gloves made contact to the head area.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. And now Gus Ford and Jay Krupp are getting into it. John Butita comes over to Krupp, and Krupp will flick him on the back of the head and say, how are you doing?
Now a guy like Krupp knows how to try to sucker somebody to get into the box and eliminate a power play. This is a huge power play for Carolina right now. You know they want to win tonight. They've got a 1-goal lead, and they'd love to do nothing better than get this thing up to 2.
Zach Sargis, 2 minutes for roughing. It's the first Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Vaughn Clauston left point with this one. Down to Carmi Cardinal, left circle. Now to back to Yuri Peshtuka. Clauston, center point, left circle. A drive by Cardinal, and he whiffed on it there. Butita gets tied up in the corner. Backhand can't be sent out. Clauston holds in left point. Over to the left wing circle. Cardinal gets checked. Puck falls free. Collecting it here is Jagger Williamson. He plays it ahead. Here's MJ Graham, and Graham is pinched off on the boards there by Clauston. Graham going to pinch Clauston right back as they go down into the corner. And Graham doesn't like it. He gets on top of Clauston. Those two are tied up. It's 4-on-3 back the other way. Clauston's lost his lid, and Graham continues to go after him. You have to wonder, are we going to get a 5-on-3 out of this? MJ is going after Vaughn Clauston. Modica's involved. Here comes Tommy Cardinal and Petrantonio now. And all sorts of chaos is broken down while play was spinning back the other way. Vaughn Clauston spun back at Graham while he was being escorted.
You know, that a goaltender leaves his crease during an altercation. That generally has not looked good after.
Lets you know something might have been going on more than your typical hockey scrum for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Graham was certainly giving them the business. There's no doubt about it. They were tied up, and the referee was just in the corner just staring him down. Didn't put his arm up, and I hadn't seen him put his arm up yet, but I wonder if he'll call matching penalties here.
Well, Graham is in the penalty box, and we do see a stick in the Carolina penalty box. Tough to see a number from this angle. I guess it might be Clauston. No, we see him on the bench, so.
I think they might be pegging Modica for a penalty for leaving the crease during an altercation.
Would certainly be something. We'll take a look on the Fed score sheet we have online here to figure out what goes on. No change in on-ice advantage. It's still 5-on-4 with 1:19 left to go in the Zach Sargis roughing minor. And currently has the Houston Clinic penalty kill active. Tommy Cardinal is the one in the box. He picks up the rough. So Cardinal, I guess, coming in after the altercation, found himself with 2 minutes. Meanwhile, Gus Ford in the zone left circle. Carolina's still on the power play. Cangelosi, D-to-D across to Peshtuka. Down to the hash marks here, it's Dimmitt. Dimmitt with it, right wing circle, playing it now to Peavy. Looking backdoor for Ford. He had, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Ford double clutched on that. Otherwise, that was a lot of net to shoot into as Petrantonio flings it down.
That was an opportunity for Carolina there to go up 2 goals in this. River Dragons fortunate enough that he did not be able to pull the trigger.
Peshtuka will play it over to Cangelosi. A tip into the zone, so no icing. Doyle will slap it near side glass. Cangelosi holds in left point. D-to-D over to Peshtuka, right point. Now to Dimmitt at the right wing circle. Dimmitt fires one, and it deflects and goes wide of the glove hand far post. Cangelosi fakes one way. Oh, that's a heck of a move to get around Finch. Left circle to Ford. Now to Peshtuka, one touch side of the net, and Dimmitt didn't get what he wanted on that shot. McBurney's able to make the save. Cangelosi playing that to the slot, and that one's easily read, picked up, and sent the other way. Here's Trevor Finch going in on a rush with Justin Schmidt. Now Schmidt will back off and go for a change. Zach Sargis is out of the box. 1 for 1 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons, much to the delight of those here in the Civic Center.
And I would imagine with those numbers still leading the league.
Still perfect on the penalty kill as it stands right now. From the red line, Hunter Bersani tries to flip this one in. Carolina was in the middle of a change, and to be careful, almost too many men for them. Jay Krupp trying to chip around a man, nothing doing, too many Carolina bodies. Frigeau to the Carolina line. That pass was knocked away by a white jersey. And now Bersani being bothered there by Corgan, and Martin will flip this one out. Butita's first to a loose puck. Butita being watched by Jay Krupp, driving the goal line, backhand across, and Victor Grebennikov had it his body, eventually settled on his stick behind the net. Frigeau flips this one skyward. It will fall for Krupp. He'll just kick it on the outside of the skate, and Carolina will find the loose puck there. 8:14 to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Carolina 1, Columbus nothing here on a Saturday night. Daniel Martin, he gets hooked down, and a penalty's coming up. Stick went across his chest as he was trying to come into the zone. Easy hooking call for both referees to find, and we'll get immediate timeout. 8:03 left to go in the first. Another Houston Clinic penalty kill coming up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Robert Van Weinsberg, 2 minutes for hooking. 8:03 left to go in the first. Second Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Columbus will start with face-off win, but Peshtuka holds in as it rims around the boards to the left wing side. Ford looking to play this to the middle, drives the goal line. Pad save made by McBurney. Rebound Dimmitt, couldn't get through the bodies. To the high slot, out of the reach of Clouton, and down it will go in front of the Carolina bench.
Fortunate enough, Clausen was pitching far in. He couldn't keep it in.
Cameron Dimmitt, left wing side, being bothered by a Dragon there. That's Jagger Williamson. Now to go down into the corner. Brad Nolan will rim this one around the glass. Clauston kicks it and holds in at the far circle. Finding this with some space is Austin Doe. Doe with some speed ahead, trying to dipsy doodle around Peshtuka. And at the right wing corner, Peshtuka will finally knock it off his stick, and Carolina can attempt another rush. 1:15 left to go in the Van Weinsberg minor. Houston Clinic penalty kill on again here for the Dragons. Big check there as Peavy was stood up by Noah Doyle right at the blue line, sent down the length of the ice by Petrantonio, and Carolina will have to try again from their own end.
You have to say that was the hit of the night so far.
So far, there's still 47 minutes of regulation hockey.
Plenty more time.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find another nominee for sure. Grebennikov gets this one over left wing side. Taking a check is George Holt as he sends that one in. McBurney from the side of his net rims it around. Butita fights through a stick lift of Petrantonio. Doyle will come to help, vulture it out, rims around the boards, and it falls for Holt left point. Holding it in at the dots to Tommy Cardinal, and now to be sent down the length of the ice by Levi Armstrong. One more change on the PK, it looks like, for Columbus. 30 ticks remaining in the Van Weinsberg minor. George Holt takes this one ahead, a pass to the right wing side, and he finds Cardinal. Cardinal stops it up at the hash marks, being watched by Schmidt. Now takes it behind the net. Doyle puts a good check onto him, knocks him down. Puck falls free here for Krupp, and Krupp will send it down the length of the ice. Cardinal slammed his stick on the boards in anger after that check knocked him down. 5 seconds left in the Van Weinsberg minor. He's standing up in the penalty box. Some one-touch passing. Daniel Martinson over the line, 2-on-2. John Butita left circle, bobbled it, dropped it. Here's Krupp back the other way, trying to feed it off wall for Van Weinsberg. The angle's not right, but he will win the race and negate icing. Peshtuka will body him up behind the net. He turned it over. MJ Graham a shot. Stick save made, side of the net, and Krupp couldn't do anything with it there. Martin will send this from the near circle to in front of his own bench. Zach Sargis backhands in from the right side of red, and will complete the change so Columbus can reset their lines. 5:36 left to go. Crew pulled in. High slot fires, rings the post. Second time that far post has denied the Dragons and denied this line of a goal. It is still 1-0. Look out, here's a turnover. Cangelosi in. Backhand save made McBurney. And there was some slashes on Cangelosi.
Sure was.
And Zach Sargis wants to give it to him. And Cangelosi's going to turtle up on this.
Hey, smart for Carolina to do that. And I got a funny feeling they put the red light on. As far as fisticuffs are concerned, nobody's engaging. And if it was ever a reason to get into one, that was a reason to get into one, and all he did was turtle. So they got to be, the red light is on for them. So the River Dragons are going to have to be careful about how chippy you want to play. If they're not going to get back, you're going to get a penalty every time.
And it will be another penalty. 2 minutes to Zach Sargis. Likely the unsportsmanlike conduct for dropping his gloves as he gets them delivered in the penalty box. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Columbus River Dragons radio network. Houston Clinic penalty kill on for the third time tonight. 2 for 2 so far. Zach Sargis sits for an unsportsmanlike conduct. This one will be dumped in by Anderson from the red line. Carolina will have to restart from behind their own net. One thing you could say, this Dragons penalty kill, they've been stoic. They're not afraid to go shorthanded, still perfect on the ear. Another one dumped down from the blue. That one's off the stick of Brad Nolan as he finishes his shift.
The problem with that, though, is that as long as you're killing penalties, you're not on offense trying to score goals and catch up.
That's right. Carolina still leads at 1-0, trying to extend their lead on this man advantage. Jagger Williamson reads a pass from Vaughn Clouston. Now he's one-on-one, trying to fight through a stick check. Jagger Williamson couldn't drag it back. And on the back check, Clouston was able to get it to Ford. Now back for Clouston as he'll set up behind the Carolina net. Almost halfway through this power play time already, and haven't even seen nary a shot from Carolina. Pass across, Martin's into the zone with some purpose. Left wing circle, he spins it back. At the top of the circles, Grebennikov, one touch off the wall to Butita. Left wing hash marks, back to the point for Martin. Martin down to Butita in the corner. Noah Doyle will give him an earful as he goes down into the corner and checks him there. Here's Tommy Cardinal left circle. Pass across, Grebennikov hit him in the skates, backhand to the back door, and Butita wasn't close enough to get in on it. Here's Martin at the center point to Butita left point. Now down to the left wing circle, it's found by Cardinal. Looking for a passing lane, nothing there. Thought about pulling a one-timer was Vaughn Clouston, but he's at too tight of an angle. Butita center point. Now Clouston rips one top of the right circle, and that one blocked by Doyle in front. Grebennikov gets on Doyle's back in the corner battle. Jagger Williamson, nice stick handle in the corner as he sends that one down the length of the ice. 15 seconds remaining in the Sargis minor.
Yeah, very nice play right there to get that out of the zone.
Butita's got some speed. Bersani trying to stay with him. Butita just gets around him. A shot and a save made by McBurney as it went through the Columbus defender's legs. Butita, another effort. That one goes wide. Side of the net, McBurney holding on to his post. Sargis is out of the box. 3 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Another stretch pass attempted, and Sargis couldn't reach behind Nicoletti to try and send himself in. Nicoletti will gain the red, dump this in, and now both teams will reset their lines behind this. 3:06 remaining in Sun South John Deere first period. Carolina still leads at 1-0 on the Gus Ford early tally. Icing called here against Columbus as the stretch pass was not on the same page with the teammates trying to change. And we do get our final media time out of the period. 2:58 to go in period 1. 1-0 Birds here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
Benefits of a Kinetic membership extend far beyond convenient banking solutions, competitive rates, and financial advice. Kinetic Credit Union focuses on the unique needs of our members while supporting and improving their lives. At Kinetic Credit Union, they recognize that your financial goals are unique. That's why we're offering the Smart Steps Financial Education Program, a personalized learning experience to help you plan around your individual financial situation and aspirations. Kinetic Credit Union.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, 2:58 to go in the Sun South John Deere first period. 1-0 Carolina leads it on Gus Ford's goal, 3:38 into this contest. I'm Zach DeBozart, he's Mike V. Petrantonio ties up with PV on this draw, and will be won by Columbus. Paul Frigeau has it here. Frigeau in the feet of Sargis. It falls back for Frigeau off the Carolina pass back, and now it'll be sent the length of the ice, and icing is on as George Holt wins the race there, and Petrantonio comes up in second, just getting around Nicoletti, but couldn't beat Holt.
You know, one way to turn the momentum of a game around is get a goal in the last 2 minutes of a game and of a period, and you just watch things just switch right around. That's what should be on the River Dragons' mind right now. Let's get this thing tied up, take some momentum and get into the room with this game even, and be fortunate that it's just even.
Well, we've said here on the network plenty of times, goals in the first minute of periods and the last minute of periods are backbreakers if you give them up, and they are just, miracle workers for morale and energy on the ice and in the room if you score it. Here's Cameron Dimmitt, 3-on-2 as he hits the line, right wing side, fires a shot, and that one whistled wide of the glove hand on McBurney. Left point, that one held in by Nicoletti. He gets it to Ford. Ford waiting around everybody, and he scores. Bailey McBurney came way out of his crease to try and be aggressive on that. Ford outweighted him and still found an angle, and again put it into that bottom left corner. 2-0. Carolina leads it with 2:15 to go here in the first.
Yeah, McBurney, he tried to make the play. Give him credit for that, but you get out there in no man's land, and that was simply a walk-in goal. And unfortunately for the River Dragons, we just talked about momentum, it just went the other way.
Gus Ford, his second of the season, second of the night, has Carolina in front, 2-0. Columbus now finding themselves on the back foot for the first time at home this season in a serious way. The Dragons win the draw. This will be dumped in off the body of Jake Krupp, so no icing. Vaughn Clauston rimmed it to the corner. It's loose there for Van Weinsberg. Side of the net. Score! That one right back. Might have gone in off of Graham. 2-1, 2:01 to go in the first.
And that only took 13 seconds to answer it. So we talking about momentum? Okay. Still got 2 minutes and 1 second remaining to try to get another one. So that was just a very fortunate play for the River Dragons, the way the rebound came out, and alertly just able to put it in.
Van Weinsberg led the line down, might be his goal. Either way, it's behind Modica, and it's 2-1 quickly. Here's Dana Barker.
He shoots! River Dragons goal scored by number 8, M.J. His first goal of the season, assisted by number 19, Robert Van Weinsberg, at 17:59 the first period. Against Graham from Van Weinsberg, River Dragons goal.
Graham from Van Weinsberg, so it did take a tip off of MJ like we thought. Gets in past Modica, and now you talk about goals late in periods. They've gone both ways. 2 goals, 14 seconds apart. Butita from behind the net trying to play that one to the middle. It'll be found by Krupp after it pinballs through some sticks. Here's George Holt racing after this. No icing as he touches it just above the goal line. Passing it across ice. Now a backhand give back there for Cardinal. Another cross ice pass. The geometry's right for Butita. He hits Grebennikov in stride, but a good play by Maldonado to put him into the corner. Brad Nolan tries to lift the stick. Maldonado finished off Grebennikov in the board battle directly behind McBurney. It's still loose there. Referee came in to check the puck, and it almost hit him with it. Now MJ Graham sends this across, trying to wave at it. Van Weinsberg won't have the legs for icing, as Martin will have it behind the net. 1 minute left to go here in the Sun South John Deere first period. Grebennikov, big check, but filters a pass through to Butita. Butita's getting held up there by MJ Graham. Weird hop off the kick plate, but Noah Doyle was able to save face and take it in the slot. His pass intercepted by Ford, who's on hat-trick watch. Ford with it in the left wing corner. Passes to the middle, and Dimmitt with his stick lift at the right time. Jake Krupp was Johnny on the spot defensively. This one held in at the right point by Nicoletti. He'll skate this one to center point, firing a shot, inadvertently blocked in front by Butita. Peshnuka played it back into the chaos, and a rebound out to the neutral zone. 27 seconds left to go here in the first. Peshnuka bodied up there. Van Weinsberg will get it across, and with some open space is Schmidt. He'll spin it back and take some time. 18 ticks left to go here in the first. Long stretch pass ahead, reaching out. Bersani, he finds it. Got slashed, penalty coming up.
Yes, sir.
Nicoletti put a big slash onto Bersani. He lost his footing enough to draw the call. 12.3 left to go here in the first, and the Dragons have their first Georgia Power play of the night.
Well, I mean, in all fairness to the defensive player, he was on the verge of being beat because the position was on the River Dragon forward, so he just did what he had to do, and, you know, you're up 2-1, 12 seconds left in the period. You don't give him an easy shot.
You talk about potential late momentum. 12.3 seconds
How
left.
about that?
Plenty of time if you win this draw to maybe tie up the game into the room. We'll see. Carolina does win the draw, though. Holt's in the corner. This one will be sent by Clouston. He catches it. Martin does. Now he's trying to go one-on-one, but Paul Frigeau, very calm, pokes the puck away. And on the near side boards, Martin and Frigeau will hug it out with the puck between them and eat up the remaining time. So the Georgia power play will have 1:48 when we begin in the second period. But Carolina 2, Columbus 1. Gus Ford, both the goals for Carolina. But MJ Graham answering back seconds after it went to 2-0 to get us to 2-1 at the break. Your thoughts, Mike, before we take it to break?
Well, I think my thoughts is what we pointed out right prior to the game. Carolina's coming out here, and they wanted to come out and put the pressure on Columbus. They're kind of going, reckless abandon to a certain extent. They've even got four. I've counted several times with 4 players in the slot. They're sending their D-men in. They're looking to try to get as much pressure on Columbus as possible. Columbus, though, they came out. I think they came out hotter last night, but that's understandable with all the pomp and circumstances that we had in the pregame. But in the sense of the thing they really have to be careful of, and even though it hasn't hurt them as far as they've scored a power play goal, if you're going to take a penalty, make sure it's a penalty that you need to take. Otherwise, keep it in check, because you keep giving up power play. You keep killing penalties, and it's going to kill you, particularly when you're behind.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we head to the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at SunSouth. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at SunSouth, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Carolina 2, Columbus 1 through 20 minutes of play. I'm Zach DeBozart. He's Mike V. We're on the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. Thanks to those of you probably watching it on YouTube, and I just checked my phone. Try not to check it during the game, obviously, but during the intermission, had plenty of people letting me know there were some issues, and production has apparently been alerted to it prior. So they told me they've been working on it, because when they saw me looking at my phone, they said, hey, wait, we're okay. So we're working on that behind the scenes. We thank you for everybody who's watching in and bearing with us as we learn a new system, if you will. We got a whole bunch of new toys, as people might have seen here, and we're just making them all work with the Civic Center proper. Let's talk about those first 20 minutes, though, here, Mike. 2-1 Carolina. The early goal from Gus Ford at the 3:38 mark, assisted by Victor Grebennikov, and then Gus Ford doubled his tally and doubled the Thunderbirds' lead 2-0 on a goal that was assisted by David Nicoletti, but that only lasted for 14 seconds. MJ Graham from Robert Van Weinsberg made it 2-1. That's how we sit so far. Obviously, Columbus having the last goal in the period gives them some momentum, but Carolina right now, you can just say, looks a little bit more dominant, and the shots reflect that. 10-7 so far on the Heckler & Koch shot counter in their favor.
One thing that, I think that Columbus is going to have to work on is to try not to work the puck out by yourself as much, because a lot of pressure that Carolina is throwing in is a lot of turnovers inside of the Columbus zone that Carolina's getting second bites at the apple at, because trying to move the puck out. That's the aggressive forecheck. That's what they're trying to do. But a way to combat that is, if it's on your stick, on the glass, get it out. Even if you're going to get a face-off in your own zone, it's better than running around in your own end chasing the puck. So that would be my look at the way the River Dragons might want to address things in the second period. The other thing is that, as we said, Carolina's good. They're at the point now where they're at their wits' end, so they're just pulling out all the stops on offense. They're sending a D-men in deep. You know what I mean? They just want to get the pressure.
Yeah.
And on McBurney, and I don't know if they know McBurney or they don't know McBurney, and they're trying to find out about McBurney. Well, they got a good idea of what he's about. The kid's made some great stops, no doubt about it, but he's been beaten twice. Not all his fault, obviously. The 5-hole, I think he would want that one back. But the other one where he made an aggressive play as a goaltender, Dominic Hasek used to be aggressive like that. You win or you lose. That's what you do when you roll the dice and coming out of the net. Hey, he chose to do that and he lost, but that's what happens. And a lot of times they'll make that play, and you'll be saying, what a great play the goaltender made.
Very true. 3 for 3 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the River Dragons, so penalty kill has remained perfect so far in this one, and they are currently in the midst of their first Georgia Power play of the night. There is 1:48 remaining in a minor penalty to David Nicoletti, called for slashing on Hunter Bersani late in the period. So that's a chance, in my mind, Mike, to really take advantage and go at Carolina. Fresh ice. You don't have the zone because of the neutral zone drop from the start of the period, but 1:48 is a lot of time to get set up and multiple chances. Put them on Modica.
It's very difficult starting a period on the power play, because you just got to get a little bit loose or whatever. But as you said, you got almost a full power play to get the chance done. And one thing again, as we mentioned, even though when I mentioned it, Carolina scored their second goal, but Columbus was able to get that goal 13 seconds back and grab some momentum. So they've got the momentum coming into the break, and then coming out of the break, they got the power play. I'd rather be in the River Dragons position than in Carolina right now.
Well, if they can cash in on it in that early part of the period, it will certainly go a long way for momentum and for making this an even more interesting hockey game. Right now, it's Carolina 2, Columbus 1. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll look around the league after this in the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Dressing for success is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Wade Cleaners. Drop off your garment at any one of their 5 convenient branches or call their valet manager to pick them up. Go do something fun, walk your dog, eat a hot fudge sundae, or go to a movie. Leave the dirty laundry to them. Pick up your professionally cleaned garments or have them delivered at no additional charge to your home or office. Yes, you too can dress for success with Wade Cleaners. Oh, and don't forget the little people as you move up in the world.
The work on your property never ends. Whether you're mowing, tilling, planting, grading, drilling, hauling, or anything in between, come see us at Sun South. We'll help you find the John Deere tractor that's right for you with the implements you need to get your projects done faster, more efficiently, and more affordably. And right now at Sun South, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on select John Deere tractors. Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires November 30th, 2021.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. John Emerald Distilling, first intermission report. Carolina 2, Columbus 1. John Emerald Distilling, proud partners of the River Dragons and the River Dragons Coaches Show. Heard Tuesday nights, 6 to 7 p.m. on all these same River Dragons radio stations. And if you're in the mood for some John Emerald Distilling products, you don't got to go very far, because in Columbus, check out Nonick Beer Bar and Kitchen downtown or Jarfly on 13th Street. They're proud carriers of the John Emerald Distilling Company, headquartered in Opelika, Alabama.
And an award-winning distillery, by the way.
That is for sure. I'm sure you've made your way out to Opelika once or twice, right?
Almost every day.
Let's take a look around the league with the Zelmos Zip-In. Zelmos, fueling life's passions. Let's start it up in the Empire State. Watertown and Binghamton, the New York rivalry, new look with the Elmira Enforcers on hiatus right now, but Binghamton's come in. They have been a good team from the start. They're giving Watertown a game. Wolves jumped out to a 2-0 lead early. Gino D'Angelo then made it 2-1. Before the first ended, though, Michael Mercurio makes it 3-1 for the Wolves. But now in the second period, Binghamton gets 2 goals 53 seconds apart, one from Brett one from Brett Parker, one from Josh Newberg, and that has it at 3-3 over at the Visions Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton, with about half of the game left to play, 9:56 left in the second period. One thing to note, Tyler Jurich just signed today to the Binghamton Black Bears. He was a dispersal draft pick, lone draft pick of the Elmira Enforcers, so Tyler Jurich making an appearance in a Binghamton jersey, gets an assist on that Brett Parker goal, one of the FPHL's leaders in all-time goals, points, assists, just about everything. Taking a look over in Eastern Michigan now, the Port Huron Prowlers hosting the Danbury Hat-Tricks at McMorran Arena. Right now, score reads 2-2 as Port Huron took the early lead thanks to a Austin Federley shorthanded goal, and then a power play goal from Alex Johnson had it at 2-0 through 20 minutes. But since then, Danbury has fired back in spades. Johnny Ruiz at 40 seconds and at 5:44 has made it 2-2. But this is what's crazy here, Mike. We're 7 minutes into the second period. Shots are 21-17 Danbury, a second period advantage of 10-0.
Wow.
Port Huron doesn't have a shot yet in the second period, and they're about a third of the way through it. So Danbury, they either had some soul-searching or a coming-to-God moment in the locker room, and the Hat-Tricks are just putting the pressure on the Prowlers and have already tied up the game. We'll see how the second half of that one transpires out. And here in Columbus, 2-1, Thunderbirds lead it through 20 minutes of play. How about we hop a peek over at the SPHL side of things? Mike, you want to take a look over at this one?
Yeah, it looks like right now you've got Roanoke and...
that one's Vermilion County. That one's a new team.
That's what I was going to say, yeah. Tied up at 1 with 1:56 left in the first. Knoxville is putting a spanking on Macon, which is just 90 miles down the road. 20 in the beginning of the second period, 4-0. Knoxville on top. Fayetteville over Binghamton 2-1. Huntsville over Pensacola. Pardon me. Pensacola over Huntsville with 7:55 left in the first, 1-0. And Quad Cities in Evanston are scoreless after with 15-10, and they're on the Central Time list up there, so they just got underway.
They just got themselves started, Quad City and Evansville there. And, how about that game? Knoxville 4, Macon nothing. I mean, Knoxville's always been just a very good team in the SPHL, but Macon, from a year ago, being in the championship to now being near the bottom of the standings, that's a tough fall for the Mayhem, and not going their way on a Saturday night over in Central Georgia. Let's take a break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready for the second period of play here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Talking about Harvey Lumber over the past few years, I've always felt that it was very important to brag on the fact that Harvey Lumber has been here for over 150 years, taking care of many generations throughout the Chattahoochee Valley. They've stayed in business by always featuring the very best building materials that every company has to offer. And what's the most important element in building materials? The wood you use. That's why you'll always find the Yellowwood brand available at Harvey Lumber. Now there's something new, Yellowwood Protector. You've probably seen it advertised a lot during your favorite SEC football games on Saturdays. Yellowwood Protector is a semi-transparent stain and water repellent wood sealer for decks, fences, pergolas, outdoor furniture, and pretty much anything you can build with Yellowwood. Yellowwood Protector comes in 4 different colors: smoky gray, rich walnut, American classic cedar, and crystal clear. You know we always say that if it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it. Now try the first stain worthy of the yellow tag, Yellowwood Protector. Available at Harvey Lumber Company, 800 15th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Gulf Eagle Supply specializes in servicing the professional roofing contractor and also provides a variety of products and services to the homeowner, building owner, architect, and general contractor. Our goal to the contractor is not only to provide competitive material pricing, but also to help them build their business and assist in their success. We do this with knowledgeable sales personnel and through our core values. As we say, Gulf Eagle, we got a solution for that. Call us today at 706-550-1555. Gulf Eagle Supply.
Well, that's loud, and a welcome back into the Harvey Lumber broadcast booth here high atop the Columbus Civic Center. I'm Zach DeBozart. This is the end of the John Emerald Distilling First Intermission Report. Ran a little long, obviously. We were talking here with Mike, having a good time, but now we do have to bid you adieu, Mike. Again, that pesky job of yours, right?
Yeah, I gotta pay. The electric is. I need the electric this year. You know, the wind power isn't helping me out so much. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Zach.
for your time. It was always great to have your expertise. And again, won't be the last time, I'm sure. We'll see you around.
All right. Remember, go River Dragons.
Go River Dragons. Here we go. The second period, the Wild Animal Safari second period, has both teams out on the ice already. River Dragons in the all-black look. Black helmets, black jerseys, and black pants with teal trim outlining the numbers and the logo on the chest. Bailey McBurney in the crease to our right has stopped 8 of 10 Carolina shots. Over to our left, Nick Modica is 6 for 7 in the saves department. Carolina in the script and state jerseys, black helmets, black pants, and red numbers with the white jerseys go left to right. And returning to the penalty box is David Nicoletti, who has 1 minute and 48 left to serve on his slashing minor picked up at the end of that period. The 5-man unit out for Jerome Bichard to start this power play. Looks like the Van Weinsberg line. Van Weinsberg, Graham, and Krupp on the wings. Defensively, you got Paul Frigeau, and it looks like Jagger Williamson is a forward back on the point here, trying to quarterback the power play. So let's see what this unit's got in them. 1:48 of power play time to start from this center ice drop. Van Weinsberg is going to take it against Blake Peavy. Referee checks the goal judges, checks the netminders, and we are ready to go. The Wild Animal Safari second period here is underway. Face-off is won all the way back to the crease of McBurney, where Paul Frigeau will take it away. From behind his own net, Frigeau to Van Weinsberg. Now over to the right wing side, Jagger Williamson skates into the zone. Williamson with this, trying to drive along the goal line, now takes it behind the net. Williamson, left wing circle with it, stops it up at the point, and gives it back to MJ Graham. Graham filters it through. Crew backdoor. What a save, Modica. He read that play. Van Weinsberg could not get it. He didn't have an angle to shoot at. No hand passes. Van Weinsberg's down, but he played the puck with his stick. Graham up to the point. Left wing side. That one held in by Frigeau. Into the corner. Peshtuka gets a favorable bounce off the stanchion. And it goes down the ice towards McBurney. He'll slow up a rolling puck and play it to the far boards. Williamson slips a hit there from Peavy as he goes off for a change. 1 minute left to go here in the Georgia power play. First of the night for Columbus. Still looking for their first power play goal on the year as well. Williamson tried to slow it up. Butina stayed with him. Williamson was able to take away the dump down attempt. And now into the zone, but off sides as MJ Graham came in a little bit too early on the far wing. 18:55 left to go here in period number 2. 44 ticks remaining in the minor penalty to David Nicoletti. And it is 2-1 Carolina. We're going to patch a little bit of ice in Nick Modica's crease, right up at the top. If you're Modica, at the 12 o'clock position, right at the edge of the blue paint. Got the referees and linesmen taking care of that. Our referees in tonight's game, I believe it's the same crew as last night. So we pull up the scoring sheet. Logan Berkowitz and Eric Holvig wearing the armbands, and Ken Radolinski and Dave Glassman are on the lines. Neutral zone draw, won by Carolina. Butia skates it out and passes to Clouston, who shoots it the length of the ice. McBurney sticks it at the top of his crease, and now here's Tom Maldonado. Maldonado gives the handoff to Josh Petrantonio, moving along the far wing with speed. Now a pass over to Brad Nolan, left wing. He'll rim it around the boards from the red line. Austin Doe plays a little lead blocker for Petrantonio, picking up. Now he gives it back, Doe to the middle, and that one went through Armstrong's legs. Nolan left point with this one, getting it to Armstrong in the corner, being bothered there by Clouston. Petrantonio left wing hash with some space, pass to the middle, knocked away before it could reach Doe. Nolan and Maldonado, D to D, right point. Now here's Doe, top of the right circle. Petrantonio whiffed on it as he had a chance back door, but he just couldn't connect on the stick. Here's Austin Doe, left wing circle, pass to the middle. Save made Modica as Petrantonio had a wave at that one. And meanwhile, out of the penalty box comes Nicoletti. 0 for 1 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. And we're back to 5-on-5, and the whistle will allow both teams to change up and reset their lines. The special teams numbers very much one way for Columbus in the early parts of the season. Perfect on the penalty kill, anemic on the power play. 0 for, and I believe now it's 0 for 13 to start the season. Cangelosi and Bersani, false start drop, and that will get Cangelosi waved out. That is now 0 for 14 so far to start the season for the Dragons, but 14 for 14 coming into tonight, so 17 for 17 on the penalty kill. And coming in to take this draw will be Chris Corrigan. Carolina wanted that to be Tommy Cardinal, but I guess the referees ruled it was Cardinal who made the face-off violation, and the new rule in the Fed this year, if a winger creates a face-off violation and gets a center toss, that winger then cannot come in to take the draw. So a little interesting application right there. Meant nothing to Carolina as they are in the offensive zone, but Columbus quickly skates it back out. Noah Doyle will slap it in from the right side of red. Behind the net it goes, and it's George Holt rimming it around for the Thunderbirds. Chris Corrigan pushes this one ahead. Cangelosi has it. Big check behind the play there as finishing off his man was Bersani. Finch played it back into his own end, and that's McBurney slowing it up side of the net. Gives it over to Justin Schmidt. Schmidt has a stick clash, then stops it up and dodges Chris Corrigan's check. Schmidt will then spin it back again, right wing corner. Behind the net, using it for some support. Being watched by Dimmitt. Stops it up, and it'll be collected by Bersani. Bersani trying to move this one ahead. He's being bothered by Gus Ford, who's got 2 goals in this game for Carolina. Bersani racing after it. First on it there is Dylan Farmer. Behind the net and losing an edge. Moving down to a knee is Clouston. Not sure what happened there. Oh, it's going to be a penalty called. So I must have missed something behind that play. The referee's got the arm up, and Modica goes to the bench. Touched behind the net by the River Dragons' Brad Nolan. We will get the assessment. It is a high stick. So a high stick knocks down Clouston from behind the net. Tough to see what happened. Our vantage point, the goal was blocking it. But Clouston blew a tire, and it was because he got a stick up high. And it'll be Hunter Bersani sitting for 2. So 3:09 into the Wild Animal Safari second period, and Hunter Bersani 2 minutes for high, sticking the fourth Houston Clinic penalty kill of the night. Houston Clinic helping the River Dragons get back to full strength. Right wing, Yuri Peshtuka down to the corner for Ford. Dimmitt a chance, and that one just goes wide of the blocker hand. Clauston with it at the left point, along the hash marks for Peavy. Over to Peshtuka, top of the right wing circle. Down to the corner for Ford, to Dimmitt. Chance in front. That's a block by Paul Frigeau. Right wing corner. Peavy rims this one around for Gus Ford, top of the circle. Back for Peshtuka. Peshtuka right point. Good block there. Austin Doe got in the way of the passing lane D to D. It goes off his skate and down ice. Columbus gets a fresh 4 out there on the PK. 40 seconds gone in the Hunter Bersani high stick minor. Ford dumps this one in. Brad Nolan with it in the corner. Checked there by Martin. Gus Ford overskates the puck. Puck goes up to the center point, hops over Grabenikov's stick, and Butita has to race after it, the Carolina Blue. Now Carolina will change up the power play unit with a minute left in their man advantage. Grabenikov slows it up along his own blue line, a pass to Cangelosi, moving this one right wing to Butita. He holds in at the point, now dumps it in. Maldonado rims it around the boards, and Grabenikov can't get to the left point in time as it goes down 200 feet for Modica to slow up behind his own nets. Columbus with the fresh PK unit off this change. 36 seconds remaining in the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Cangelosi sends this one ahead. Daniel Martin, good stick move around one. Chips that one into the zone. It'll slow up. McBurney from behind the net. A couple of stick handles. Rims it around the boards. Martin was able to clog it up in the corner. Along the goal line, he's being bothered by Nolan. Now Maldonado puts a push onto Butita. 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Maldonado rims this one around. Grabenikov holds in left point. Down to the left wing circle. It's collected by Cardinal. Further down for Butita. Back to Cardinal. Top of the circles. Goalie stick starts slamming. 5 ticks remaining. Cangelosi right circle. Bobbled there. Played it back to Grabenikov. Now top left wing circle. Cardinal walks and fires. Pad save made by McBurney as Hunter Bersani's out of the box. 4 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Bersani from behind the net being bothered by Martin. Rims around the far boards. Trevor Finch gets on his horse, and he'll get to it first. Dodges a check there from Butita, and Finch will go and finish off his shift as he's right near the Columbus bench. Icing on here against Carolina as the race is won between Schmidt and Nolan. And it will be icing against the Birds as we get our first media timeout of the period. 14:28 left to go in the second. 2-1. Carolina still leads here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
Who wants a copy when you can own the real thing? At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, River Dragons have an offensive zone draw after a Carolina icing, and they elect to put this one to the right of Modica. Shaving up some ice. Again, a little bit of repair on the edge of the crease for Modica. Last time it was at about 12 o'clock in his perspective. This time we'll call it about 10 o'clock or so. It looks like that's Glassman getting down to a knee and icing it over with the puck. 14:28 left to go here in period 2. Carolina 2, Columbus 1. All of our scoring coming back in the first period of play. Gus Ford with 2 goals, but the second one was answered within 14 seconds by one MJ Graham. We continue to scrape at and be a little finicky with the ice. I guess that'll get us time to get a read in. Columbus River Dragons hockey brought to you all season long by Sherry and her crew of master barbers at Old School Barbershop, 1041 First Avenue in downtown Columbus. They'll be open 10 a.m. on Monday. Call ahead for appointments 706-321-5930. That's 706-321-5930. Special shout out to Sherry. I was actually in Old School earlier this week getting a haircut and inadvertently left my jacket. So Sherry came up to the booth in last night's game, dropped it off for me. We exchanged pleasantries. Very nice to see her. Diehard River Dragons fan, just like many of our different great corporate partners just like old school barbershop. Noah Doyle has this puck behind the Columbus net. MJ Graham took a bit of a slash there, but was able to hold on to his footing, and he has the puck at the red line. Left wing side, Van Weinsberg is offside, so the River Dragons will have to quickly touch it up. Carolina will have it. They'll rim it around. Krupp picks it up in front of his own bench. 14 minutes, just under now left to go here in the Wild Animal Safari second period. Pass off the wall. Geometry was off, intended for Krupp. Grebennikov knocked away the outlet attempt from his teammate. He'll pick it up and send it along the far wall. Justin Schmidt races after this for Columbus. He'll stop it up behind his own net, being watched by Cameron Dimmitt. Now Van Weinsberg looks to take the handoff, and he will. Van Weinsberg on the far circle, stops it up, pass through. Here's MJ Graham, left wing, hits the line, 3-on-4. Graham takes a big hit right there by Vaughn Clouston. Now Peavy put a check on there by Van Weinsberg. Graham lets Clouston know about it, and now Gus Ford will chip that one to center. This one played ahead for Peshtuka. One-on-one as he's staring down Doyle. Peshtuka tries to go through the legs, gets around him, drives the net, and that one goes wide as he put it too fine across the crease. Gus Ford down into the corner. Schmidt checking there on Chris Corrigan. Corrigan gives it back along the wall to Gus Ford. Peavy trying to race at it in the slot. Nothing doing there. Too many black jerseys in front. Peshtuka on the far side, right side. He fires, and a stick save made by McBurney from distance. Let's go Dragons. The chant here in the building starting to get loud for Columbus. This one rimmed around, right point held in by George Holt. He fires one, a deflection and a pad save made by McBurney. In too close was Corrigan, couldn't get the right angle on it. Corrigan in a stick battle here with Van Weinsberg. Puck falls free for Schmidt. Schmidt will rim this one around the glass, and a bouncer gets over Vinny DeAndrea, and it will be found by the Thunderbirds at their own line. Nicoletti goes blue line to blue line with it. Carolina was finishing a change, so Schmidt has it now at his own goal line. Schmidt will stop it up. He's got a lead blocker in Zach Sargis, who's trying to direct traffic to get a cycle moving. Austin Doe takes the space over on the right side. Now a pass over the left wing to Van Weinsberg. Hits Doe on that go route, right wing side. Gets around a man. Austin Doe looks. Score! Austin Doe blasted by the blocker. That's a heck of a breakout play right there. 2-2, we're tied up. You could see the wheels turning on the ice. A long time behind the net. Zach Sargis and Justin Schmidt getting the forwards in line to set some sort of breakout play up to Van Weinsberg near circle. Hits Doe perfectly on the tape on a go route. Slips a defender and puts it far posted in past Modica. And we are tied. 11:55 left to go here in the second. It's 2-2. And more importantly, here's Dana Barker.
He shoots. River Dragons goal scored by number 17, Austin Doe. His second goal of the season, assisted by number 7, Levi Armstrong, at 05 of the second period. Against Doe.
Levi Armstrong will pick up the assist. That will definitely add at least one to Van Weinsberg, as we saw him on the near side all the way back in the defensive zone, help spring that pass. But either way, this game is tied 2-2. We've got a whistle and a held bench off of Columbus, it looks like, as they put it out of play. And it will be a neutral zone draw opposite their bench. Butita and Petrantonio in on the draw. 2-2 our score, as Austin Doe, second of the year, has tied it up. Clouston flips this one skyward, knocked down at the blue line by a kneeling Zach Sargis. Butita then comes into the zone right wing, bunched up 3-on-3, and McBurney gets a blocker on that long shot. Here's Butita with it at the left point, drops it for Clouston along the wall. Good stick handle around one. His shot fought off up high by McBurney. Another effort, an easy pad save made by the Mass native. Here's Petrantonio, 3-on-2 with numbers if they hustle. Dishes over to Levi Armstrong right wing. His shot blocked away. Backhand rebound Doe, and Modica was up to the task. At the right point, Doe to the middle. That one deflected loose, and Armstrong couldn't pounce on it. Now left wing circle. Brad Nolan's in on the play. Nolan from the corner rims this one around. Still with it on the far side boards. Nolan up to the right point. D across. Bersani with it here. Goes through his legs, but a good stick chop there prevents Tommy Cardinal from going in on a rush. Hunter Bersani picks it out. Bersani looks, fires, and a save made by Modica with 10:32 to go in the second. Keeps this game tied. There was a mini chance right there with numbers, as Bersani picked it clean out of a one-on-one scrum. And it seems like if he would have moved it down ice a little bit, could have potentially had a 2-on-1 or maybe a 3-on-1 with a trailer, but took the shot. Modica easily able to swallow it up and make the save. Face off to the right of Modica, and Bersani is going to get waved out of it, infringing too early. Anderson loses this one to Peavy, and it goes into the corner. 2-on-2 battle. Near side corner in the Carolina end. This is over to the right shoulder of Modica. Nicoletti trying to force himself into this play. Ford works it up. It's a vacant left point, so it gets out for Carolina. Bersani, good stick lift, though, and is able to make a pass to Finch and prevents a rush the other way. Now a long stretch pass. Bersani hit there by Peshtuka. Another play from his belly, and Anderson will backhand that into the zone. Hunter Bersani, even when he's down, finds a way to continue to make plays. Last night's first star with a goal and an assist. Brad Nolan, he fires a shot, and he might have winged Bersani on the shoulder with it as he was trying to set a screen. Right point, no tip available on a shot from Columbus's Tom Maldonado. And back the other way, here comes Carolina. Gus Ford trying to drive the net towards the slot. Puck rebounds away, goes back for Ford. And on the near side circle, Peavy racing after it. He's being bothered there by Van Weinsberg in a couple of battles. Look out, Carolina with a chance. Gus Ford a backhand as he cuts to the middle, and he sent it wide to the near post. Dylan Farmer with it at the left point. 9:23 left to go here in period 2. 2-2 our score. Columbus missed on their stretch pass. Modica comes out to play it, though, so no icing, and both teams are allowed to change. George Holt will rush and skate this one out. He's got some speed, right wing side. Krupp was staring him down. He veers away from him. Holt tries to drive to the middle. Couldn't split the defense. Inadvertently runs into McBurney, and everyone calms down after that. Farmer playing it side of that. Butita, good block in front. Another effort blocked by Schmidt. Justin Schmidt doing a good job clogging up two passing lanes. Now Krupp tries to send it ahead for MJ Graham. Too far. Modica played it right off of Graham's body and was lucky that that one didn't rebound back into the nets. Here's Martin up ahead trying to take on the Columbus defense. Now drops it back for a rushing Butita trying to help out. He lost the puck. Falls free for Van Weinsberg. Numbers for Columbus. Van Weinsberg, right circle. Wait, pass across. Good block. Sliding down to an Vaughn Clouston. Able to break up that odd man opportunity for the Dragons. 8:26 now left to go here in period 2. Butita slaps down an outlet pass. His shot. Pad save made there by McBurney as he was trying to go 5-hole. He covers it up and we get another media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
And maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons hockey brought to you by B&B Beverage Distribution and Flight by Yuengling, the official light beer of your Columbus River Dragons. Raise the bar with the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yuengling is easy drinking, clean, crisp, and refreshing. And Flight is only 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and 4.2 ABV. Flight by Yuengling, wherever beer is sold here in Columbus. Face-off coming to the left of McBurney. Petrantonio set to take this draw here against Peavy. Peavy won it clean. Clouston shot, ramped up off a stick, and goes into the netting and goes out of play. 8:17 left to go here in period 2. 2-2 our score. Shots in favor of Carolina by a tiny margin, 15-13 on the Heckler & Koch shot counter here in the Civic Center. Petrantonio v. Peavy again. Petrantonio in for the stick lift and got it this time. Zach Sargis rims it around and Columbus breaks it out. Doe up ahead for Petrantonio, 2-on-1. Petrantonio, a shot save made by Modica, and he leaned back looking for one there. Petrantonio and Clouston know each other. Zach Sargis also getting involved, trying to stand up for his captain, and now Petrantonio's trying to pull in at Clouston. Now, Vaughn Clouston and MJ Graham at one point were teammates, but Vaughn Clouston and Petrantonio were not, and Clouston has really been trying to get under the skin of some of the River Dragons as a former teammate, and now they both will sit. And they talk with each other between the penalty boxes, and we'll see what comes out of this. 8:08 left to go here in the second. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 2. Looks like we got roughing each way, and now Columbus penalty box door opening up. And Petrantonio might have picked up an extra one here. Penalty box door looked like it was opening up for a surrogate player who I cannot see the number on. Jay Krupp and Joe Cangelosi are standing outside the referee's crease waiting for an explanation. And Petrantonio, as a captain, is hanging outside the penalty box waiting for the discussion to unfold as well. And Zach Sargis does step into the penalty box as well. So this is going to be an extra going against Columbus. Just by pure math, 2 River Dragons versus 1 Thunderbird in the box leads you to think this might be a Carolina power play coming out of this. Unless somehow Clouston did something to get 4 minutes, but seems highly unlikely. So discussion between the scorers table and the Zebras, and we've got an explanation, and we've got a wave out like a safe motion, and the faceoff is going to stay in the Carolina end. So with the faceoff staying in the Carolina end, that lets you know it's not a Carolina power play. The on-ice advantage right now is 5-on-5. And unless there's a 10-minute misconduct somewhere in there. Well, now, hold on. They're going into the Columbus penalty box, but can't tell if they're talking to the players or to the penalty box timekeeper. Let's see what FederalHockey.com can tell us if we've got these penalties already inputted. We're going to be skating at 5-on-5. There's roughs for all 3 guys up, but only 1 count against Clouston. I am quite perplexed. Garrett Rutledge has gotten the explanation. And he seems to be content with it. So we'll look across the way and maybe get a formal explanation from our scorekeepers here in the Civic Center as to what that was all about. But either way, we're still 5-on-5 here. 8 minutes left to go in the second. Nolan rips a shot, and that one missed wide of the blocker hand. Weird hit off the kick plate, and John Butina will skate it out of the zone here for Carolina. Bunched up a whole lot of body. He'll just dump it in from the red line, far boards. Brad Nolan rims this one around. Dalton Anderson puts this one onto the stick of Bersani, and now he turns it up ice. Bersani stops it up left point, looking for a shot. Tip available as it's well wide of the far post. Nolan filters it down the wall. Finch a shot and a pad save made there by Modica, saw it from a ways away. Bersani and Cardinal collide. That puck is now loose here for Carolina, and it's found here by Nicoletti. A 2-on-2 battle as Nicoletti is trying to get it out of the feet of Finch. Bersani's all over the back of Butita, and Finch is going to come out of this somehow. Finch trying to drive the net, and a penalty coming up here against Grebennikov as he stuck the leg out as Finch tried to drive the net. Nick Modica slams his stick in anger at that call. But Finch tried to drive the goal line, and Grebennikov caught him leg on leg. And this is going to be a Georgia power play coming up here for the Dragons. 7:10 remaining here in the second. And a 2-2 score. Faceoff will come to the right of Modica. We're still trying to figure out the initial, or the sequence before, how we had 3 roughs, but somehow no man advantage. Either way, we play on. Georgia power play for the second time tonight. River Dragons 0 for 1 so far in this one, and still looking for the first power play goal of the season. MJ Graham, left wing hash marks with it. He's being bothered by Peshtuka. Jay Krupp comes in to try and find the puck out of feet. Cangelosi knocks it out. Cangelosi and Frigeau are on a race. Frigeau will get there first, slap it to the far wall. Now the Dragons have numbers. Krupp coming into the zone, driving the net, pass across. Graham to Krupp, he fires, and that one Goes high on the glove hand and a save made by Modica. Right point, Frigeau able to hold it in, works it down to Krupp in the corner. Van Weinsberg picks it out of feet. Van Weinsberg along the half wall. Right point drops it off, and that one will be poked into the zone by Finch, and now it's sent down the length of the ice. McBurney slows it up on the near side circle, and Frigeau will slow it up and look to set up a breakout. 6:16 left to go here in period 2, and just over a minute in the Grebenikoff tripping minor. Pass to the middle. Van Weinsberg in over the line, 3-on-2. Van Weinsberg left circle, rims this one around. Noah Doyle couldn't get to it, but Maldonado holds in at the right point. Behind the net, it's Krupp. Over to Graham, left wing circle. MJ Graham with it. At the left point, he skates it down, trades places with Krupp from the top to the bottom. Now Krupp with it, top of the left wing circle. Looking for a passing lane, none there. He gives it back to Graham at the hash marks. 36 seconds left in the Grebenikoff minor. Graham skated it to the point, now is back in the circles, trying to go pack door, and that one ramped up off a stick, and Tom Maldonado couldn't do anything with it. Maldonado with it right point, getting it over to Noah Doyle, reached for it, found it off the boards, and now down into the corner for Van Weinsberg. Deeks one way, tries to toe drag back, and Butita knocked it off a stick enough to disrupt. MJ Graham in the corner, couldn't handle it cleanly, knocked away, but only as far as Van Weinsberg. He's along the blue line at center point. Van Weinsberg looking for a shooting lane, nothing there, and look out, Tommy Cardinal caught him with his head down. Cardinal in all alone on Bailey McBurney, fires, save made, Bailey McBurney. Trying to go just over the glove hand, and McBurney was able to lock up the wrist and keep it a 2-2 game. Butita fires a shot from a tight angle, and McBurney makes the save. Meanwhile, Grebenikoff is out of the box. 0 for 2 on the Georgia power play tonight are the Dragons. Big hit on Van Weinsberg as he gives Cardinal a piece of his mind. Now there's a bunch of shoving near the Carolina bench, and the linesmen quickly intervene. Austin Doe tips this one in from the right side of red. It'll rim around. Nicoletti takes a check there from Armstrong. Puck is loose. And we get a penalty. And we get an interference signal. Petrantonio, Sargis are out of the box for their matching 2 minutes. And I think they just called Levi Armstrong for interference on that hit with the puck in the corner. Oh my goodness. What in the world? All right, we got a media timeout. 30 seconds and we're back here on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
You know, the real thing. At Heckler & Koch, the foundation for everything we do is an unswerving commitment to excellence. Shooters of Columbus at 4445 Milton Road is your local area premium stocking dealer for all your favorite Heckler & Koch products. They also have an indoor range with rentals available, from rifles and pistols to ammo and holsters. There's no better choice in the firearm business than Heckler & Koch.
The Houston Clinic penalty kill starts up once again here for the Dragons. Levi Armstrong, 2 minutes for interference, with heavy emphasis on that, as Armstrong was still talking to the Orange Bands during the media timeout. And, I mean, I might be the River Dragons guy, but I'm in Armstrong's camp on that. That seemed to be a clean hit with a puck right there in the corner. And now we get a whistle as the puck was dropped unfairly to start this Carolina man advantage. Carolina is 0 for 4. That's 4 for 4 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill for the Dragons. Face-off will start to the left of McBurney. Petrantonio and Blake Peavy are set to take this drop. And off the false start, a second did run off, so now they're going to reset all the clocks. And now we appear to be ready to go. Face off to the left of McBurney. Peavy will win it to the top of the circle. Peshtuka skates after it, and a penalty. And there it is. That's a makeup call. Interference back the other way. Carolina just killed their own penalty, but I'm telling you, the call to Levi Armstrong was weak. And they just gave one back, and it looks like it's Tommy Cardinal sitting 2 minutes. So we'll be 4 on 4 for a whole minute and 58. Both of these teams will add one to the PK unless the River Dragons find a way to score in that 2-second interval. So it'll be 5 for 5 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill, and unless that 2-second interval is hit, 0 for 3 on the Georgia power play. Meanwhile, we play 4-on-4 hockey for a very long time. Right point shot. Petrantonio was looking for a tip in front. He couldn't get his stick on it. Gus Ford has this one from behind his own net. He skates it out. Now plays it ahead, and Blake Peavy couldn't get a stick to it there. Your Peshduka for Gus Ford in the neutral zone. He skates it left wing side, kinked it around Jagger Williamson, and he knocks it back to the Carolina Blue. Here's Peshduka with this on the near side boards. Peshduka sends this one up ahead. Cangelosi racing after it. Puck too far out of the range of him. Frigeau sends it ahead. Here's Williamson on a break. Jagger Williamson in alone. Right wing side. Backhand rings the post. Near side rings the post. Nick Modica has had 3 pipes hit. Each time it's been over his right shoulder. And man, oh man, the River Dragons still looking for that first lead of the game. Now here's a circle-to-circle pass. Hits Gus Ford on the tape. He lays it back to the right point for Grebennikov. One-timer thought about by Peavy. Then he sends one wide of the blocker hand on McBurney. 55 seconds left to go here in the 4-on-4. Jagger Williamson skates this one and a pass across to Bersani. Gets out of the zone. Drops it there for Frigeau. Let's go Dragons. The chant here in the Civic Center. Now a pass over to Anderson. Trying to go back to Frigeau in the middle. And Grebennikov was in too close to block the shooting lane. John Butita skates this one ahead, far side, and now it'll be taken away there by Frigeau to hold in, and he goes off to get a change. Grebennikov, near side corner in his own end. Brad Nolan puts a push onto him. Anderson couldn't do anything with it there. 22 ticks remaining in the 4-on-4. Butita comes at this one into the zone. A pass back to Cangelosi. Drops it for Martin, and a glove save made by McBurney as he saw that one through a body in front and takes the whistle. 14 ticks left to go here on the 4-on-4, and then it will be 3 seconds of power play time for Tommy Cardinal to get out of the box. Apologies, just had a note passed to me there. Back in focused. A face-off to the right of McBurney. Petrantonio wins it. It's sent around to the near board. Doe gets it back over to the far side now to Brad Nolan. Nolan drops it back here for Maldonado. Excuse me, that's Doyle. He's taking some abuse from Butita, and Doyle was able to box him up just enough. Georgia power play on for 3 seconds, and Carolina has killed it off. So we are now back to 5-on-5. 0 for 3 officially on the Georgia power play. Martin tied up in a very long stick battle, still able to hold it in. Cardinal, a pass to Butita, hit him on the skates. Couldn't get it back to the tape in time for a shot. Pass across to the slot, nobody home in a white jersey. And Armstrong got tied up with Martin, but Armstrong did a good job getting his body in the way. Got that one out to center, but he's a little winded because of it. George Holt takes a hit, and holding the puck from getting into the zone is Brad Nolan. Good stand-up play at the blue line there. Daniel Martin will dump this one in. McBurney, tried to slow it up behind the net. He lost the handle on it, pass to the middle, and a good stick by Brad Nolan going down to a knee to prevent the centering feed. Here's Peavy from the right point, plays that off the corner boards. Picking this one out is Corrigan. Corrigan on the far wall. Pass to the top. Nicoletti, a shot fired in, and a block there. Brad Nolan's had a heck of a defensive shift. He is gassed as he chips that one out and heads to the bench. Now Carolina trying to catch him in that change. Gus Ford, right circle, and Paul Frigeau, good job getting his stick in the way in time. Klauston a chance, right circle, and McBurney, cool as you like, top of the crease, snares it with the glove and takes the whistle. 1:32 left to go in the second. Crowd serenading Bailey McBurney with the applause, and we get a face-off in the defensive zone coming up to McBurney's left. 2-2 Dragons and Birds. Tying goal scored by Austin Doe in this period at the 8:05 mark. Face-off won by Columbus in their own end. Frigeau sends that one up, but it goes off the stance and weird holds in for Carolina. Peavy a shot just wide of the blocker hand on McBurney. Corrigan puts this one into the corner, starts a cycle there with Gus Ford, who's on hat-trick watch. Ford to the right point for Klauston. His pass to the middle was blocked by Krupp. Here's Peshduka with it left wing corner. Peshduka left circle. He rang the outside of the net with it. Wraparound attempt there from Ford, and McBurney got his pillow across. Now here's a chance. MJ Graham trying to race after Vaughn Klauston. Klauston a diving play to play it back to his netminder. Look out, Modica played it to Krupp. Graham to the goal line, and a sliding play there by Gus Ford takes away the return pass. Another stretch pass attempt. Knocking that one away is Maldonado, and he and Sargis play a little catch. Now up the wall, here's MJ Graham, and Vaughn Klauston knocks it away at the blue line, back for Gus Ford. He tries to come into the right wing side weakly. Butita to the slot, firing a shot. Martin, and he whiffed on it there. Might have got caught in an awkward spot of the stick. He did not send it off how he would like. Pass across the crease, and Klauston couldn't get a touch on that one. Now the Dragons have numbers if they hustle. Graham, a stretch pass ahead to Krupp. 3-on-2 as he hits the line. Krupp, nice toe drag around one. Backhand, rims it down behind the net. Hunter Bersani racing after it, but George Holt boxed him out, and Carolina has possession. sending it out only as far as the red line, and Schmidt will give it up D to D. A pass over to the far side wing. Bersani pass behind Anderson, but now Finch has it here. Finch tries to rim it around. Grebennikov bodies him up, and now bodying him up is Anderson to complete the cycle. Oh, but hey, we're out of time. We didn't get our 1 minute left to go in the second period. Sort of lost track of the time there, but we sit tied 2-2 thanks to Austin Doe's goal in the middle stages of this period. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 2. Let's head to break. The McDonald's second intermission report starts up after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Chattahoochee favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Zawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655. If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
It's the greatest way to kick off the holidays and the perfect place to do it. The holiday extravaganza at the Flower Cart, Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3. There'll be tons of sales plus snacks and sips, so shop away and get a jump on pre-Black Friday specials and book your custom design Christmas decor wreaths, garlands, and table designs so they'll be ready before you need them. Grab Christmas gifts while the selection is great at the Flower Cart and shop the holiday collection in the boutique for your upcoming parties and events. Saturday, November 13th from 9 to 3 at the Flower Cart, Stadium Plaza, Phoenix City.
America, your children have an amazing superpower. That's right, they can help save lives by simply washing their hands. Just 20 seconds of thorough hand washing after they've coughed or sneezed or been outside can help fight against the dastardly spread of germs. Armed with only soap and water and hands, your superhero can protect you, your family, and everyone out there in America land. Amazing! Find out more at coronavirus.gov. A message from the CDC and the Ad Council.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. River Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 2 through 40 minutes of play. I'm Zach DeBozart. We are on the McDonald's second intermission report. Only scoring to report of in that middle frame goes to Austin Doe. An assist right now credited to Levi Armstrong. We think one will get tacked on to Van Weinsberg too, because it was a great play set up from behind the River Dragons net, a 200-foot breakout play. That hit Austin Doe on a go route, and all of a sudden Doe fired one blocker side and in, and Columbus had it tied up 2-2. No carryover penalties coming up in the third period of play, so we will be skating 5-on-5 to start. River Dragons are 0 for 3 on the on the Georgia power play, but 5 for 5 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill. Again, it's like we said earlier on in the broadcast, anemic on the power play, still looking for their first power play goal, but still perfect on the penalty kill. Right now, I guess you take what you can get in terms of the balance. And speaking of balance, it's still tied at 2-2. Shots on goal 20-16, still in favor of Carolina. That's a second period total of 10-9 in favor of the Birds. Again, 2-2 still our score, though. Let's take a break. When we come back, I'll look around the league after this on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
Let Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shred Away, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shred Away, 706-577-9668.
Does driving that old car make you feel foul? Then bust out of that old bird. Are you stuffed with a high monthly payment? Then trade in that old turkey during Turkey Days. Right here at Opelika Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You could get out of your old car today, even if you still owe thousands more than it's worth. Yes, thousands. And Opelika Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram wants to buy your car, even if you don't buy from us. Get into a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. We have a great selection with new vehicles arriving daily. If we don't have it, we'll find it. So get out of that old turkey you're driving. You could get thousands more than you'd ever expect. And Opelika Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram wants to buy your car, even if you don't buy from us. During Turkey Days and the Black Friday sales event, all roads lead to Opelika, right here at Opelika Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Just 25 minutes from Columbus. Call 800-NEXT-RIDE. Opelika Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.com. Opelika Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.com. To qualified buyers.
Back here again on the McDonald's second intermission report. River Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 2. 40 minutes gone, 20 minutes of regulation still left to play, and hey, it's anybody's hockey game. It's been very entertaining for the crowd that's made it out here to the Civic Center, and a special shout out to Supreme Team, one of the many groups that came out here, but a couple of good friends of mine came on out, said hi up in the booth. That's why I cut off the segment just a little bit short. Wanted to say hey to them and let them get back to the game day experience, but fun to see them. Fun to have everybody come out here at the Civic Center. Next time you can come out to a game, that'll be Friday night against these Carolina Thunderbirds. Friday night, the 19th, 7:30 puck drop. Tickets available at the Civic Center box office or on Ticketmaster. Time to take a look around the FPHL, brought to you by Zelmo Zippin, the official fuel partner of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo's fueling life's passions. We started up in New York. Remember, we had a 7:30 puck drop here in Columbus. The two other games in the league started at 7, so we're going to be getting down to the wire in these two. We are 3.5 minutes into the third. Watertown 5, Binghamton 4. Heck of a game brewing right now in New York. It started up with the Wolves taking an early 2-0 lead, By the second period, Binghamton had rebounded to make it 3-3 and a Josh Newberg goal. That's when we last left it. Watertown then scored on the power play. Justin McDonald, 9:57 mark. Tyler Becker from Binghamton then tied it up with a power play goal of his own, 16:22. Right now, the difference is a late second period goal, even strength, from Colin Chamelka. That has it sitting at 5-4 right now in the early stages of the third period. Nothing out of place really on the penalty summary. As we go ahead and leave that game, we go from New York to head over to the Mitten State, Eastern Michigan, where Danbury and Port Huron are playing the second of a two-game set. Last we left it was 2-2, and Danbury was dominating in the second period shot department. It remains 2-2 as there's 5 minutes gone in period number 3, but that second period shot total finished Danbury 20, Port Huron 4. And we look at the penalty summary. There was a fight between Aaron Atwell and Dustin Henning to start the second, as well as a game misconduct for Aaron Atwell. Then there was a handful. There was a 5-on-3 power play for a time for Danbury, and then a couple of other opportunities. So while Danbury did have a man advantage in terms of time in that period, it wasn't by enough to make you think 20-4. So certainly the Hat-Tricks were playing with some momentum on their side, potentially off that fight 1 second into the second period. But Port Huron has stemmed the bleeding right now, and it is 2-2 with 15 minutes of regulation left to play. And of course, here in Columbus, 2-2 between the Thunderbirds and the River Dragons. That's your Zelmo Zip-In look around the FPHL. A quick peek at the Southern Hockey scoreboard. The single A scoreboard for the Southern Hockey reads like this. Roanoke 2, Vermilion County 1. 8.5 left to go in the second period there. Knoxville has continued to pour it on to Macon. 6-0. The Ice Bears lead the Mayhem right now. Fayetteville 4, Birmingham 3, 10:17 left to go in the second. That one has all the makings of a barn burner. 2-1 Pensacola leads Huntsville with 8.5 to go in the second. And just started the second period, Evansville and Quad City, they remain scoreless. By the way, shout out to former River Dragons assistant coach, back to being a player with Roanoke, Brant Sherwood, who had a hat trick in last night's game for Roanoke against the Vermilion County Bobcats. Also, former River Dragons CJ Stubbs is on the scoreboard tonight in Roanoke's contest against Vermilion. And over in Pensacola, Preston Kugler has the opening goal. It has since been answered by Cy Nukovic. And again, 2-1 Pensacola currently leads Huntsville on a goal from Marcus Russell. That's your Southern Hockey scoreboard. Let's take another break. When we come back, we get ourselves all set and ready to go for the Houston Clinic third period. After this, on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
At Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, served with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus, or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available, too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
Knuckles to the ground, hear that sound, it's your head, ringing silver bullet shells.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Our first store was in Leesburg, Georgia, and followed quickly by our second store in the Columbus, Phoenix City area in 2000. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We're proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Vectorply is a world leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. McDonald's second intermission report just about wrapped up. Zamboni's on its final passes through the ice surface, and we got a 2-2 hockey game. River Dragons and Carolina. Again, the only goal scored in that middle frame belongs to Austin Doe, and a great breakout play from Columbus as they were attacking right to left in that period. Austin Doe let one go from about the dot right wing side, beat Nick Modica to the blocker hand, and sent this crowd into a frenzy. Remember, Carolina, they have had the lead, and then that goal tied it up. Columbus hasn't had a lead yet in this game, but when you're sitting 2-2 with 20 minutes to go, it might as well just be 0-0. The way these teams have been battling at it, especially this weekend, it's not your typical Carolina-Columbus game, maybe in terms of all of the craziness, but there is still some chippiness down on the ice, and you can definitely tell the heat is being turned up for what will eventually be a 5-game series between these teams when it comes to the schedule. This just game number 2, and obviously next weekend you have a home-and-home between these two teams, with Carolina hosting the game on Saturday, Columbus hosting here on Friday. Tickets available, Civic Center box office and on Ticketmaster, as well as on Wednesday. That comes up the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. That's the 5th and final. And listen, Wednesday night hockey, I know some people, they're like, weekday, what am I going to do? But listen, it's before a holiday, chance to really blow off some steam before the family gets in. And you know these players are going to be blowing off some steam because they've been seeing so much of each other over the past 2 weeks at that point. For all River Dragons home games, get yourself out here, Civic Center box office and on Ticketmaster. Looks like we're just about ready to go. Tell you what, let's take a quick 1-minute break. We'll call it a quick 1-minute break, and we will come back after this on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee. That's right, the Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is the official post-game hangout of the Columbus River Dragons, serving their exclusive River Dragon Red Ale on all game nights, located just a mile and a half from the Civic Center at 1301 6th Avenue. There's no excuse not to get out with some friends and enjoy the night with some quality craft brews. Chattahoochee Southern Brew House is locally and veteran-owned and offers live music from 6 to 10 on Friday and Saturday nights. Make sure to follow them on social media for all the latest events.
Hey Columbus, have you heard of BioLife Plasma Services? It adds up. Here's how. The cash you'll earn for your time donating plasma at BioLife adds up for the things you want. And your plasma donations can add up over time to create life-changing medicine for people with rare diseases. Stop in and check us out at our new Columbus BioLife location. New donors can earn up to $300 in their first 5 plasma donations at BioLife. Visit biolifeadsup.com to schedule an appointment today.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. The final seconds ticking off the intermission clock. Zamboni's off the ice. The nets are on its moorings. And we await our teams to return out onto the ice surface. Referees lead us out in the zone to our left. Carolina then leads out in the zone to our right. Thunderbirds dressed in their road white jerseys, script and state logo on the chest, black helmets and pants, and red numbers They are going to go right to left across your radio dial in this Houston Clinic third period, Nick Modica has stopped 14 of 16 River Dragons shots he has seen so far in this one. Now over to our left, it's Bailey McBurney, and the Columbus River Dragons netminder has stopped 18 of 20 he has seen so far off Thunderbird sticks. Dragons dressed in the all-black outlook, black helmets, jerseys, pants, and socks. They are going to go left to right across your radio dial, teal trim and numbers. McBurney to the left, Modica to the right, and we are just about ready to go. Final bits of advice and coaching from both Jerome Bichard and Garrett Rutledge. And we have got Robert Van Weinsberg's unit out for Columbus. Krupp and Graham on the wings, matched up against Butita's line with Martin and Cardinal on the wings. 20 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes left in regulation to decide a winner, or the points will be split tonight in some way. We shall find out. Referee checks the goal judges, checks the netminders. Puck is down, we are underway. Van Weinsberg wins the opening draw of the third. MJ Graham lost it on a stick lift there from Butita. Now he gets it right back on the blind pass. Graham gets around him, bottom of the circles, play to the middle, and Van Weinsberg was stopped by Modica. Graham with it, left wing hash marks, now down for Van Weinsberg in the corner, pass across the circle, Holt knocked it away, second effort centering attempt, but nobody home in a black jersey. Peshduka flips this one to center. It's tied up. Krupp has to wait, and he's able to touch it now as the River Dragons touch up. Play to the middle, and George Holt gets in front of a couple of Dragons, trying to crash the slot. Van Weinsberg lifts the stick. Krupp fires. That one just high over the bar. Jay Krupp with it in the corner. Yuri Peshduka reads the cycle, sends it off the stanchion. Gloved there by Cardinal out in the neutral ice. Nolan feeds Maldonado. Now back for Nolan on the D-to-D along the Columbus blue line. Just under a minute gone here in the third. 2-2 our score. Nolan with the backhand shovel. And that one will be gloved by Modica up high, and he will be forced to take a whistle as George Holt didn't want to play it. 19:02 left to go here in period 3. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 2. Doing a little bit more ice repairs in front of the net of Modica. The rough ice has followed Nick Modica, unfortunately. As in the second period, we remarked he had 2 different times where they were patching up edges of his crease. This time, it's probably about 5-6 feet out from his crease. And again, referees and linesmen doing a good job here and getting the ice scraped up and packed in with that puck. Some quick touch-ups, and we should be good to go here in just a moment. So here we go, face-off coming to the left of Modica. Petrantonio to take this one against Peavy. Peavy will win it clean into the corner. Doe tried to take it away with anticipation, but it'll fall for Nicoletti behind the net. Armstrong, good play to knock that one out of air. Held it at the left point for just a moment. Now Carolina lost it at the red line. Here's Petrantonio with some speed ahead. Petrantonio, right wing side, trying to fake Grebennikov. He's staying with them. Former teammates while they were in Carolina. Petrantonio on the backhand, still being bothered by Grebennikov. Cycles it around for Armstrong. Armstrong checked into the wall there by Nicoletti, spins away from it nicely, feeds to the dot for Doe, trying to go back to the left point, and that one hopped over Justin Schmidt's stick. He has to race back. He's a couple of steps in front of Chris Corrigan, so he's got room to operate. Doe for Armstrong, leaves it there for Petrantonio. A stick clash there. That one goes up and out of play, and Peavy lost his stick on the play. And a young fan's going to get a puck thanks to one of our stadium ushers. Looks like down low. Face-off will come opposite the Carolina bench in the neutral zone. Hunter Bersani to take this against Joe Cangelosi. Cangelosi wins it, and it'll be Vaughn Clouston along the far boards, playing it out into the neutral zone. Zach Sargis played this one across. Trevor Finch checked there by Dylan Farmer as he's able to rim it in. Clouston sends it back along the near boards. Farmer tied up with Finch still. Finch dodges a hit from him, kicks it to a stick. Clouston with a good stick check there, though. Stopped the puck in its tracks, and Carolina regains momentum. Cangelosi trying to filter it through. Finch got his stick in the way of that one, but then he's quickly turned over. DeAndrea dumps it into the zone. Here's Zach Sargis, circle to circle across. Maldonado had that one go through him. Now here's Gus Ford, a shot, and a stick save made by McBurney. Cangelosi sending that off the corner boards, a weird hop off the kick plate. How many times have we said that in Columbus, especially this season? Bersani trying to play this one along the goal line, and Frigeau got bodied up by Martin, and it creates a 2-on-2 battle. Frigeau up ahead for Sargis, and now it's found by Finch. Finch wanted to give it to Anderson. Instead, he'll take it backhanded into the zone, and he will head off for a change. Columbus looking for the wholesale. Meanwhile, Carolina trying to rush it up and force the issue. Holt had that knock off of River Dragon's body, so no icing here. McBurney stumbled on it as he tried to play it. Gus Ford in the corner to the middle, and that one knocked away by M.J. Graham. Krupp gives it to Van Weinsberg. Left wing, he's in over the line, 3-on-2. Van Weinsberg trying to lead his man, and Peshtuka was able to knock that one away. Here's Gus Ford, left wing, 2-on-2. Peshtuka with this at the blue line, and he dropped it back, and he was out of the zone, so he couldn't enter in any further. Columbus enters the zone. Brad Nolan timidly trying to get around Victor Grebennikov. Was looking for a passing lane. Graham to Krupp. Fires one. Blocked in front by Peavy. Krupp got his own rebound. Backdoor to Graham. And he double tapped it with the stick. Nothing doing. A chance in front. And it hit Van Weinsberg in the feet, and he couldn't direct it towards net. Now Carolina back the other way. Right wing side at the circles. Trying to come around the net with it is Ford. Ford comes out. Couldn't pull the trigger. Grebennikov a shot. Glove save made by McBurney as he's high atop his crease. And both River Dragons defensemen had Thunderbirds down beneath the goal line to prevent a screen and give McBurney a very wide berth to see that puck. 16-17 now left to go here in the third. Dragons and Birds tied at 2. Doesn't feel like next goal wins territory just yet, but when you consider the types of games River Dragons have played in this season, we have yet to see either team in any game Columbus has played go over 3 goals. I'm not saying it, I'm just saying that's the trend. Columbus wins this draw and is able to get it out far side. Grebennikov with it at the near side circle. He takes a look, now will go behind his own net for some support. Watching over him is Levi Armstrong from atop the Carolina crease. A pass over to Clouston. Didn't get what he wanted on that outlet. Got it out, but Petrantonio sends it right back in. This one rimmed around, hit the kick plate weird. Doe to Armstrong, chance! And a save made there by Modica. In full splits, got the left pillow on it. Armstrong cuts off Cardinal, but then Cardinal reaches back and gets it out of Armstrong. Now it's back in the corner for Armstrong and Clouston to battle on. Doe and Cardinal trying to vulture it out for their respective teams. Grebennikov coming in here on the near side. Columbus going to change a couple of bodies behind this to try and keep Carolina in the zone. 3-on-2 battle in favor of Carolina all over the right shoulder of Modica. Puck is not moving. Now it will just get out of the way. And here it comes here. Grebennikov filters it up ahead for Corrigan. Corrigan 2-on-2, left wing circle, backhand to the middle. And Peshtuka checked that. Butina tried to play it to the slot. Nothing there, but right circle a chance. And a save made by McBurney as he gets down into the butterfly. Nicoletti at the red line, left wing, dumps this one into the corner. Noah Doyle first in on it. He's got a race behind the net and all the way to the far corner to go get it. MJ Graham drops it back for Doyle. He reverses to the near boards. Bersani tries to box out his man. That's Nicoletti. A battle. Carolina pushes it farther, and Noah Doyle from behind the goal line goes D-to-D with Schmidt. A pass across, and here's Hunter Bersani. Left wing, trying to filter it through. He found his man. That's Anderson. His shot deflected and a shoulder save made by Modica, and it hits the netting and goes out of play. 14:35 left to go in the third. We got a media timeout here on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome back to the Columbus Civic Center. Fans, big opportunity for you this season The River Dragons and Fort Benning Harley-Davidson have teamed up for a $50K giveaway at a River Dragons hockey game this season. Simply text FBWIN, FBWIN, to 55678 before March 13th to be entered for a chance to shoot from center ice and win $50,000 at a River Dragons game. For full contest details, rules, and restrictions, visit Fort Benning Harley-Davidson on Williams Road or visit fortbenninghd.com. Carolina works it out of their defensive zone. Gus Ford gets around a man. Backhand effort. Save made by McBurney. And the rebound goes to the near side corner. Williamson now skates this with some steam ahead. Left wing, he'll push it into the zone for himself. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Williamson trying to jump around Blake Peavy. Those check into each other. Now Finch is also involved in this battle. 2-on-2 scrum over the right shoulder of Modica. Finch works it back to the left point. Shot coming in. A save made by Modica as he saw it through traffic. Peshduka on the backhand, filters it through to Martin. 2-on-2 as he hits the line. Martin fires a shot, and that was blocked by Frigeau in front. Look out, that outlet pass knocked down by Ford. He couldn't get it through to Martin, though, and it falls to the right wing corner. Rimmed down into the corner on the cycle. Frigeau snuffed it out, and now back the other way come Columbus. Pass up ahead. Sargis gets it out of the zone. Too far for Van Weinsberg, though. Butita one touches it into the zone as both teams are changing behind this. Tommy Cardinal and Zach Sargis get to know each other right there. Now here's Sargis trying to rim this one around for Columbus. Still in the zone. Carolina's able to hold in thanks to Clouston along the wall. Butita in front. Big save by McBurney as he got aggressive atop his crease and then moving out to the side of his net with momentum. Found that puck and covered it. 13:15 left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period. Dragons 2, Thunderbirds 2. Shots in favor of Carolina right now, 24-18. What's on the line here in the early season? Well, Columbus looking for a weekend sweep. Carolina looking to avoid being on a 4-game losing streak. That's just one of the many different ways you can break this game down between some good old Southern rivals. Corrigan holds in at the right point. This one rimmed around by Maldonado. Corrigan holds in once again along the far wall. Clouston picks it up top of the right wing circle. Clouston to the middle looking for a tip and none was available. And Clouston got a pretty rough ride at the end of all that. George Holt, left wing circle, fires. Save made, rebound loose. Butita couldn't pull the trigger. MJ Graham boxing out a man. That's Tommy Cardinal. Eventually he'll work it away from him though. Cardinal right circle, walks it, pass to the middle, and Jay Krupp knocks it away. Krupp trying to push it up ahead to Van Weinsberg. He's got him in stride. Van Weinsberg left wing side was pinched off by Corrigan. Corrigan lost his footing though. Pass across, and Peshduka was able to read it before it could get to Graham. And we get a whistle and the net's off. And we get some pushing and shoving here as Jay Krupp got shoved into the post. He wasn't too happy about it. There's a Thunderbird down. I think it's Victor Grebennikov Krupp was going at. It was right behind Modica. And the net being off will result in a stoppage. And Krupp's being pushed over to the penalty box. Krupp very unhappy as he's being led to the penalty box, and the crowd now realizes what's going on. Might have been that extra punch he gave to Grebennikov after the net went off. But the Houston Clinic penalty kill is on once again here for Columbus. 5 for 5 so far in tonight's game, and none bigger than the next 2 minutes coming up. Jay Krupp, 2 minutes for roughing. Face-off coming to the left of McBurney. They check the net behind Modica and then go all the way down to the other end of the ice, where Petrantonio leads the 4-man unit. Schmidt, Doyle, and Austin Doe the other forward. Power play unit for Garrett Rutledge's Thunderbirds. It's Peavy, Martin, Cardinal, Clouston, and Peshduka. And a false start drop. And we'll have to do it again. Excuse me, that is not Cardinal. That looks like that is Gus Ford on the wing. Tough to tell. Numbers aren't visible on that side from so far away. It is Gus Ford, and he has it off the win. Right point, Peshduka now back for Ford. And now Martin tries to get in on the 3-man tight weave. Martin works it down deeper in the corner. Ford gets checked there by Doyle. Schmidt now involved behind the net. Klauston on a wraparound attempt and a stick save made by McBurney. Here's Numbers on the other way for Columbus. Petrantonio starts a 3-on-1. Right wing circle. Petrantonio shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Modica the save. Schmidt tries at the top of the crease. Nothing doing there. And now Columbus has to hustle back in penalty kill formation. And they're able to get away with it and get it changed behind all this too. Heck of an effort right there on the 3-on-1, but nothing doing, and Modica stands tall to keep it tied. Peshtuka sends it through to Gus Ford, left wing circle. Ford fires, shoulder save, and then gloved out of the air by McBurney. Gus Ford's on hat-trick watch. He thought he had the corner picked out. McBurney shrugged it off and then grabbed it out of the air before a Carolina stick could touch it. 1:17 left in the Croup Minor. 11:44 to go here in the third. Dragons 2, Carolina 2. Butita and Williamson. Williamson ends up winning it. D-to-D pass across and sent down the length of the ice off the stick of Tom Maldonado. Modica will slow it up behind the net. Victor Grebennikov gets the breakout moving. Skates it out himself on the far circle. Now a pass across ice. Hits Cangelosi on the tape. Plays it up ahead to Butita at the blue line. Paul Frigeau is able to interrupt that and get the puck out of the zone. Butita dropping it back in his own blue. Now here's Grebennikov with it here, being watched by Williamson. Let's go Dragons, the chant. That's a good hit laid on there by Nolan on Grebennikov as he dumped it in. And Frigeau will have it from behind the net, finds a lane and dumps it 200 feet. 30 seconds remaining in the Croup Minor. Houston Clinic penalty kill right now for the Dragons. Under 11 to play here in the third, a tie game, 2-2. Butita sends this into the path. That's of Blake Peavy. Peavy slows it up along the half wall, being bothered by Van Weinsberg and Doyle. Loose in the slot. Butita, the save made McBurney. Rebound still loose there. High slot Klauston gloved it down. Pass to Cangelosi. His shot went wide, no tip available. And Doyle sends it off glass and down. 6 seconds left. Troop stands up in the box. Modica fakes to the far side. Plays it near side to Klauston. It hopped over his stick, but he's able to get it back before it could bite him. Now here's Cangelosi the other way. Right wing, 3-on-4 as he hits the line. Cangelosi just dumps it into the corner. Inadvertently hit the referee's skate on the weird kick plate bounce. MJ Graham will collect it in the slot, and now he'll push it out to center. Jay Krupp along the near wing will push that into the zone and allow the defense to change behind him for Columbus. Vaughn Klauston slows it up. Halfway through the Houston Clinic third period. 2-2 our score, and 6 for 6 on the Houston Clinic penalty kill tonight are the Dragons. Martin takes a pass, then sends it over to the right wing for Peavy. Krupp then finishes off Peavy right at the red line. That draws the ire of the Carolina bench. Schmidt leaves it back. Look out, chance at the side of the net for Ford. He spin around shot, and that one is blocked in front by Van Weinsberg. Another effort by Peshtuka goes well wide. Right wing half wall, and that one to the slot and played down the length of the ice by Schmidt. Peshtuka has it just inside his own zone. Off the wall in front of the Columbus bench, too far for Gus Ford. Along the wall, Frigeau lifted a stick there. That's of Corrigan. And now here comes Schmidt into the other end. Dalton Anderson. Anderson from behind the net. He's on the backhand. Cycles it back. Hunter Bersani with a pass to the middle, and he couldn't hit Trevor Finch. Nolan holds in at the left point. Maldonado rims this one around. Again hits the kick plate weird, and it falls in between the referee's feet. Now look out. Breakaway attempt, John Butita. He fires, missed wide of the glove hand. Wraparound attempt. Maldonado ends up wrapping him up there and getting a good check on him. Here's Corrigan along the far side, just able to, cannot hold it in, as Grebennikov had vacated the right point. Now this one rims around. Carolina's back into the zone. Plate to the middle, and McBurney had to make a save on the right pad. Here's Hunter Bersani, 2-on-2 with some space through the neutral zone. He hits the line. He'll dump that one in behind the net. Modica will play it off the glass as it ramps up off of his stick. Armstrong canceled out of the play in the corner. Carolina retains possession. 8:23 to go here in period 3. Still 2-2. Petrantonio for Armstrong, left wing, being watched by his counterpart 7 in Corrigan. Armstrong overskated the puck. Corrigan will gladly take it. Flipped out to center. Butita can't get on the end of it. It'll fall to Doyle. Now moving up ahead for Petrantonio. Right wing circle and over the line. Pass to the middle. And Austin Doe couldn't get good wood on it. Petrantonio in the corner, spinning away from a check from Nicoletti. Grebennikov gets in front of him. Petrantonio staple guns him to the boards, but Carolina will take it out. Back the other way come the Birds. Right wing side. Here's Cardinal with it at the hash marks to the middle. And that one went through the stick of its intended target in Ford. Armstrong sends this one ahead. Petrantonio chips around one. A bouncing puck couldn't be settled and eventually slapped at by Klauston. Petro got it back, backhand, sent it wide to the glove side on Modica. Chance in the crease, and Petrantonio stick clashed. Puck pops up in the air, and it will be found by the Thunderbirds. Nicoletti's all sorts of tied up right now with Jake Krupp as Columbus is able to complete a change while still in the offensive zone. Noah Doyle with this right wing circle. His shot blocked in front. Rebound falls back out to him though. Doyle, another effort, and a stick save made by Modica. Chopped at here. Klauston trying to send this one out. Martin dives at it. Van Weinsberg holds it in. Off the stick of Klauston, into the corner it goes. MJ Graham got a shove from behind there on Klauston. He wasn't happy about it, but we play on. Martin with this puck just pushes it to the Columbus blue line, and it's found by Frigeau. Played off a body into the path of Krupp. Krupp right wing couldn't deke around Klauston as he dropped to a knee to prevent the in-between the legs play. Peshduka off the near side boards. This one intercepted by Frigeau. It was stalled there near the penalty boxes. Now Carolina has it in the zone. Peshduka to the middle. Looks, fires. That one high over the bar on McBurney. Gus Ford with it here, left wing corner. Works it out to the point. Daniel Martin holding. Left point, shot. Save made. Rebound loose. Cleared away. Van Weinsberg before Ford could get to it. Daniel Martin, left wing hash marks. Rims all the way around. Zach Sargis racing in on it. He'll lay a check there on his man Klauston, and that will secure the puck for Columbus. 6:16 left to go in the third. Just held in, right point. Good effort play right there. Looked like by George Holt. Carolina changing behind this, so Columbus has some time in their own end. This one will be dumped to neutral ice. Played back into the path of Anderson. 3-on-3 as he hits the line. Dalton Anderson at the hash marks. Spins it back around. Weird hop, driving the goal line. Save made. Modica got run into as he was driving the goal line. And this is going to cause a large clan gathering right now. But the linesmen are quick to intervene. And it looks like everyone's remaining calm for it. 5:57 to go in the third. Another media timeout. 2-2 our score on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Leader in development, manufacturing, and distribution of composite reinforcement materials for any and all projects you might have. Headquartered right here in Phoenix City, Vectorply prides itself on providing superior and timely customer service for all their customers' inquiries. No project is too big or too small for Vectorply. For more information on what they can do for you and your project, visit Vectorply.com. That's VECTORPLY.com. And get started on your next big project today.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 5:57 left to go. In the Houston Clinic third period. Dragons 2, Carolina 2. Dragons have been putting on some offensive pressure, but it's also been going end to end more than we've ever seen it really this weekend. Goaltenders have been solid in this period. Nick Modica to our right, Bailey McBurney to our left. Speaking of Modica, this faceoff will come to his left on the near side. Bersani v. Peavy on this draw, and Peavy is going to get waived. Coming in to take it is Martin. Tied up in the feet, it will fall Carolina's way, and Peshduka picks it out of the circle. He sends it up ahead, left wing side. Racing after it is Maldonado, and he'll take just enough of an angle to get the icing call. 5:47 still left here in the third, and it is 2-2. If you're joining us late, Gus Ford, the first two goals in this game back in the first period, but after his second one, MJ Graham then answered about 13 seconds later, and since then in the second period, Austin Doe has tied this one up. Anderson with a pass. Oh, and it just got out of the zone. Brad Nolan unhappy. He could not hold that one in. Daniel Martin's letting him know about the shot after the whistle, but that's pretty bang-bang right there. Nolan obviously thought he still had it in along the blue paint. And right now, with how chippy we've seen this game get in the early stages, you don't want to do anything too dumb to put your team down a man in this stage of the contest. 5:44 left in regulation, and still tied 2-2. Columbus forces it into the Carolina end, but the Thunderbirds have possession. Cardinal trying to get it out. Left point, held in there by Bersani, and then Nolan will rim it around the boards. Near side corner, Peshduka takes a check there from Finch. Carolina trying to get it out up the near wall. Grebennikov gets bodied up. Peshduka backhand shovels it out to center. Maldonado, D to D across, and now this one gets sent into the path of Anderson. He had a chance there, left wing circle, and nothing doing there. Anderson tied up, and away it goes for Carolina. They work it near wall. Daniel Martin gets slowed up at his own blue line. His pass knocked down by a Columbus body, and now Bersani's all kinds of tied up with him right in front of the Carolina penalty box. This one just leaks into the Carolina zone. Bersani holds in right point down for Armstrong in the corner. Armstrong being watched by Grebennikov. He's trying to work his way through the defense, but Grebennikov will get there first. Far side wall, those bodies collide. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the third. Dragons 2, Carolina 2. Petrantonio right wing side with some space at the dot. Fires, sliding block by Clouston. Was able to knock that one away from the River Dragons captain. Petrantonio picks it back up. Nice toe drag, fires one, and another block in front. This time I think that was off of George Holt. At the Columbus blue, Noah Doyle, D to D pass with Frigeau. Up ahead, right wing side, here's Austin Doe. Doe with it in the corner, lost it. Holt got to it first, right point. And now Gus Ford is in a battle here, trying to hold the line is Doyle, and he comes out of the scrum with it. Doyle to Armstrong, right wing circle, being checked there by Butita. Rim down, behind the net, Austin Doe with it here. Big hit laid onto him by George Holt, and Vaughn Clouston collects the scraps. Clouston will just chip this out to center and go off for a change. Carolina's got some tired bodies right now. Columbus still trying to hem them in. Big stand-up at the blue line for George Holt. And here's Gus Ford back the other way for the Birds. Gus Ford on the backhand, couldn't pull the trigger. Spins it back into the corner. Now on the forehand, fires a shot, blocked by Doyle in front. Clouston in the corner, trying to center it. Nobody home, and it was blocked in front anyways. Doyle on the backhand, trying to rim this one around. Butita knocks it down with the body. Now he plays it up to the left point for Nicoletti. His shot, a tip was available, but waving at it and missing was Cardinal. Now Ford to the middle. Butita, save made McBurney. That was a bang-bang play, and Bailey has the puck and covers it up. 3:21 to go in the third. Back with the conclusion after this on the River Dragons Radio Network.
Injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
We are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. 3:21 left to go here in the third. Dragons 2, Carolina 2. This game is getting intense, and the crowd's getting loud to respond. Face-off coming to the right of McBurney. Loud crowd of just under 2,100, 2,095 here in the Civic Center. Peshtuka left point off the Carolina face-off win. They hold into the zone. Martin rims it around. Behind the net, Columbus trying to work it out. A 2-on-1 battle, but Maldonado works his angle well, gets it to the far wall. Now Krupp plays it in the path of Graham. Graham overhandled it. Krupp tried to get it back. All he can do is really backhand it into the zone. 3 minutes left to go here in regulation. 2-2 our score. Maldonado holds the line, right point, and in front, Jay Krupp, backhand, deke, score! Maldonado, what a play! Jay Krupp, what hands! 3-2 Columbus! Unbelievable play by Tom Maldonado as he held the right point, and then Jay Krupp all alone in front of Modica. 4, 5, 6 stick handles, however many it was, and he beat Modica to the glove hand. 2:50 to go in period 3, and it's 3-2 Columbus. Carolina taking their time to get back to center, and I think we might have a timeout. I see Garrett Rutledge reaching for the whiteboard, and we will, in fact, take a timeout. 2:50 left to go here in period 3, and Jay Krupp has given the River Dragons their first lead of the night. There it is, officially read, timeout Carolina. That gives us 30 seconds. Well, we just recapped the scoring, obviously, with the big play from Krupp. But hey, Tom Maldonado, just an unbelievable play right there at the right point. And because he held that line so well, Carolina had pushed themselves up and really thought, hey, we're going to get this out of the zone. They got the body advantage. And Maldonado, man, he's good in those scrums. Obviously, I didn't get a chance to watch him too much as a cottonmouth, but in what we've seen here at home, he is great in board battles right there. Was able to feed it out to Krupp. And right now, that is the difference in this one. Face-offs at center ice. 2:50 left to go here in the third. Face-off won by Columbus. Here's Dana Barker.
Dragons goal scored by number 22, Jay Krupp. Assisted by number 25, Tom Maldonado. And number 27, Paul Frichot.
Save made by Bailey McBurney from a tight angle. Krupp, assisted from Maldonado, and Frichot will also pick up a helper on that one at the 17:10 mark of the Houston Clinic third period. River Dragons with their first lead of the game, and now 2:27 away from the weekend sweep. Petrantonio's unit is going to come out there. He'll be taking his face-off against Blake Peavy. And keeping our eyes on Nick Modica now. Tied up in the feet. Schmidt went for the body on Martin. Let Nolan get to the puck. On the near side boards, here's Armstrong. A pass across on that one, just too far out of the reach of Petrantonio. Clausen on the far circle, knocked down by Armstrong, still in the zone. Armstrong backhand to the slot. Doe, what a save made by Modica. Reached out with the glove hand, and he's given his team a chance. Doe just caught a stick up high there on Holt, and it's not going to be called. We play on. Here comes Martin the other way. Off the wall, Gus Ford will take it right wing side, being watched by Anderson. Now back to the left wing circle. Clauston a shot, deflect, they score! They're all gathering around Peavy. It looked like it hit him even without a stick, as the Thunderbirds have tied up this game with 1:50 left to go in the third. 1 minute after the Jay Krupp goal, and man, oh man, how the tides change in this one. Well, Jagger Williamson will take this draw opposite Blake Peavy. 1:50 to go in period 3. All of a sudden, you're talking about a weekend sweep, and now you're looking ahead to overtime. Still so much time left in this one. Who knows what's going to happen? This one played into the zone for Carolina, and right at his hash marks is Nick Modica, and Modica and Graham right now are chest to chest. Oh, my. Look at this late, and Modica has to be held back by the linesman. Modica really wants a piece of Graham. And you talk about players having discipline, but you never really expect goaltenders to have to deal with it here. And now Modica's talking with Krupp about all this. And Krupp's not afraid of anybody out there on the ice. So out of all this, we get a lot of whistle blows and a face-off that will come to the right of Modica. 1:39 remaining here in period 3. Face off to the right of Modica. Williamson ready to take it here against Peavy. Had a discussion at the Carolina bench, and now we go back, and the puck is down. Carolina wins it. Pishtuka has it behind the net. He'll send this one down the ice, off the glass, went past Maldonado, but he got a touch on it, so there's no icing. Frigeau gets checked there by Cangelosi. Those two go at it in the corner. Now Butita gets involved, so too does Nolan. Jagger Williamson has this far corner, bodied up there by Peavy. Trying to pick it out of feet. 1:20 left to go here in the third. 3-3 our hockey game now. Here's MJ Graham with some speed ahead. Pass left wing to Krupp, and he's offsides. Play is offsides. Grebennikov and Peshtuka ushering Krupp away from their netminder. And everyone will skate off to their benches. We'll have a face-off in front of the Carolina bench. 1:12 left to go here in the third. Petrantonio trying to take this draw against Ford. He wins it forward, but too far for Clouston. Doe ends up taking it away. Doe back for Petrantonio along the half wall. Fires one just wide of the glove hand along the ice by Modica. 1 minute left to go here in the Houston Clinic third period. Dumped in. River Dragons have to touch up on the delayed offsides. Modica and Clouston not on the same page there. Clouston sends it down the length. Doyle at his own blue line was checked there by Martin. Puck was free for a moment, but Brad Nolan has it now. Nolan rims this one around. Here's Armstrong playing it ahead. Petrantonio, and it hits him in the feet. It'll go into the zone. Petrantonio getting around the box out of Clouston, trying to play that to the middle, and it was knocked away by Holt. This one flipped to the far side boards. 30 seconds left to go here in the third. Checked there, and now Ford, check that. That's Nolan trying to push that puck ahead. And now here's Clouston. Clouston left wing side, in over the line, 3-on-4. It'll go into the near side corner. Carolina one final change behind this, 15 ticks to go. Armstrong off the wall. Hunter Bersani trying to race after this, but Grebennikov off the bench. He's going to get to come into the zone. Dodges a check from Nolan, and Noah Doyle was able to get a stick on that and knock it away to center. 2 seconds and one. Peshtuka gloves it out of the air, and we are going to head to overtime.
End of regulation, we are tied at
3-3 through 60 minutes of play. It will take overtime to decide this. The points will be split. We'll tell you which way after we take 30 seconds. We'll take 30 seconds on the Columbus River Dragons radio network.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Back here in Columbus, overtime coming up soon. Quickly, pause 10 seconds. Station identification, Columbus River Dragons Radio Network. Three-on-three overtime for 5 minutes. No carryover penalties, so we'll stay at 3-on-3. And we are changing ends here. I can't remember what happened in Port Huron, even though it was only a week ago. So it's going to be a period of long change, making 3-on-3 even more potentially dangerous. Jagger Williamson, MJ Graham, Paul Frigeau out there for the Dragons. It's Ford, Peavy, and Peshtuka for the Thunderbirds. They might be talking about this. For some reason, I feel like I remember in Port Huron we didn't change ends. Because Rutledge was scored on the goal to our left in Port Huron, which would have been our side. So, maybe? I don't know. We're checking goal judges. We're checking netminders. We're going with it. Period of long change. 5-minute Aflac overtime. 3-on-3 is underway. Carolina will win the opening drop. Peshtuka takes it back into his own zone on the far side circle. Gets ready to set up the rush. Gives it up there for Peavy. He's being watched by all three Dragons. Peavy lays it for Peshtuka. Reaches behind him but corrals it. Peshtuka, left wing circle. Deeks, backhand, and a blockered away by McBurney. Peshtuka in the corner, collects his own rebound. He's at the right point with it. Came up on edge on him. He's able to hold it in along the blue. Peavy works it back for Peshtuka, and nothing doing there as he's back out in the neutral zone. And there'll be one change. Peshtuka off, Clouston on. 40 seconds gone here in overtime. 3-3 our score. This crowd, they are in a murmur right now. Von Clouston in over the line, right point. A backhand, trying to go behind the back to himself. Nothing doing there. Ford at the right point. Works it down to the hash marks for Clouston. One-touch pass, trying to go back for Ford. And Jagger Williamson, good job playing man-to-man there. And gets the turnover. Columbus now has possession. Williamson along the far circle. He'll drop it back, and Columbus will start to change up some bodies behind this. Paul Frigeau, stretch pass ahead. Austin Doe on the tape. Doe with Petrantonio trailing. Doe backhand to the middle. Save made by Modica along his goal line, able to keep it out. Now Petrantonio and Martin are in a race. Petrantonio, what a stick lift right along the blue. Now chips around Butita. He's got 2-on-1 if he hustles. Petrantonio, right circle, across, and that one was blocked by a sliding Butita. Doe with it at the near side circle. Petrantonio tied up with Martin. Martin will send this one down, and it will go just enough for icing as the race is won uncontested by the Dragons. 3:19 left to go in Aflac overtime. 3-3 our score. Face-off coming to the left of Modica. Butita taking this draw against Bersani. Bersani wins it. Anderson has it at the center point, now trailing to the left. He's being watched there by Martin in the board battle. Anderson comes out with it. Left wing corner, Bersani with it. Bersani at the hash marks. Pass across, glove down. Anderson trying to go back from him. Butita blocked the backdoor play, goes all the way out to center, and Tom Maldonado will have it at the Columbus Blue. Carolina changes one body that they wanted to off the icing. Here's Bersani stopping it up left point. He's got some space to operate. Hits his man. Williamson fires. Glove save. Check that. Maldonado fires. And a glove save made by Modica, standing tall atop his crease. 2:45 left to go here in overtime. Dragons 3, Carolina 3. I'm Zach DeBozart. Happy you're along with us on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. It's been a very fun weekend between Columbus and Carolina, and it's taken a little bit of extra hockey to decide this weekend's final game. Peshtuka in the corner off the Peavy win defensive zone. Peshtuka's trying to work it out. He'll lay it back for Peavy right along the goal line. Now giving it back to Peshtuka, far wall. Frigeau tried to get around him, went through his legs. Peshtuka winds up in a pad save made there by McBurney. Peavy lost an edge. Frigeau rims it back around, and now at the puck here is Ford at the left point. Ford spinning away. Levi Armstrong stalking after him, just playing some shadow D. Now Ford trying to drive the net, sticked away by McBurney, loose in the slot, and Doe's able to work it out, gets it to Armstrong. Here's Armstrong with some space ahead, left wing side. Armstrong a pass to Williamson, and he gets knocked down. Puck's free there. Armstrong fires. Save made Modica. Rebound near circle. Williamson pokes it ahead for himself, reaches behind, losing the slot. Frigeau, and a save made by Modica. Got enough of it on the glove to send it high over the bar. Here's Peavy, far circle. Gets this one over now. Here's Gus Ford, who's on hat-trick watch. Ford, right circle, waits, cuts to the middle, backhand, save made McBurney, rebound loose, sticked away, and now with some speed ahead, here comes Brad Nolan. Nolan waiting for some reinforcements. He's got a man right circle. Nolan waits, goes underneath the goal line, can't wrap it around. Now it's a bobbling puck. He can't settle it on his stick. 90 seconds left to go in Aflac overtime. Nolan with it, right circle, drops it back. MJ Graham looking. Von Clouston was taking up the shooting lane. Back for Brad Nolan at the left point. Nolan looking for something. Guys aren't moving for him. Nolan inadvertently runs into the linesman. Look out here, but Gus Ford couldn't take advantage. Clouston goes to an open wing. Peavy will have it here. Peavy left wing side, in onside, left wing circle, tries to cut to the middle, and he ran out of gas. That puck was going too far for him. Clouston just rims it back down 200 feet the other way to reset the Carolina possession. Under a minute left to go here in Aflac overtime. 3-3 our score. Clouston puts this one into the path of Tommy Cardinal. Cardinal with some speed ahead. Right circle, being watched by Maldonado. Takes him behind the net, and a pass. Geometry's off, and it goes down the length of the ice. Modica slows it up at the slot. 37 seconds left to go here in overtime. Passes on the money, another one touch, and here's Martin with it at the red line, but then he lost it in a hole in his stick at the wrong time. Petro Antonio and Doe trying to force the issue. Doe with a check on Peshtuka, but it goes all the way to the near side boards. Martin and Petro race after it in front of the penalty boxes. Doe's able to fish it out. 20 seconds left in overtime. Doe, a pass across the blue line. Maldonado with it, right wing, at the hash marks. Tom Maldonado, he stops it up. Now leaves it for Doe. Doe looks, fires, save made by Modica. And no rebound given up. Face-off coming to the left of the Carolina netminder with 9.7 left in overtime. Jerome Bichard still got a timeout. He doesn't look interested in taking it. Face-off to the left of Modica. Williamson and Butita on the draw. Williamson wins it clean. Back to the point. Free show. Fires, blocker save. Made by Modica. 5 seconds left. Carolina's going to hustle if they want a chance. Gus Ford had to stay on sides. Stretch pass was too hard for him. And McBurney at the side of the net backhands it around. And it takes more than 65 minutes. It takes a shootout to separate Columbus and Carolina tonight. We're going to end up keeping it right here on the network. As they get set for it, Columbus as the home team will have the option of whether they want to go first or second. Shootout rules in the Fed are as follows. 5-man shootout, but after the third shooter, you are allowed to repeat. So the first 3 have to be unique, and then you can go Olympic-style rules after that. 4 and 5 can be the same as shooter 1, but 1, 2, and 3 have to be unique. Referees discussing these terms, making sure everybody knows. There's a discussion happening at the Carolina bench. If I had to wager, that might mean Carolina is going to shoot first. Again, Columbus as the home team has the option. Well, what a game we have had here at the Civic Center. In the third period, goals 60 seconds apart. First it was Jay Krupp in all alone on Modica with a great pass from Maldonado. Couple of stick handles, and Krupp made it 3-2, and you thought for sure that was going to be the game winner, but Carolina had other plans. Vaughn Clouston sent one to the middle, and Blake Peavy had it go in off of his knee, past McBurney on a deflection, and that was 60 seconds after Krupp, and that's how we sit 3-3 from our scoring in the third period. The goaltenders will return to their bench ends, which means McBurney is now over to our left, and Modica is over to our right. Carolina will, in fact, be shooting first.
Shooting first for Carolina. Number 20.
Vaughn Clouston first. Clouston hearing it from the Columbus faithful. A one-time River Dragon. He's pumping him up. He knows the situation. McBurney getting himself ready. He's good to go. Whistle blows. Clouston, left-handed shot. Takes it at medium speed, trending to the right wing side, now over the middle. Clouston fires, and a glove save made there by McBurney. River Dragons send out Austin Doe in the bottom of the first. The Saskatchewan native waits for the signal, and now he gets it. Doe with good speed as he picks up the puck on the backhand. The lefty will take this over the right wing circle. Got to settle it as it's bouncing. Now comes in, fires, and it's well wide of the blocker hand. I don't think that one ever got settled for Doe, as it was rippling along the ice pretty much as soon as he hit the top of the circles. We're scoreless through the first round of the shootout. And here comes Blake Peavy. Peavy in the top of the second. Our first right-handed shooter. He picks it up on the forehand, moves over to the left wing. Peavy skates in with good speed. Backhand, he ran out of room. McBurney cut down the angle well. Bottom of the second. Here comes Jagger Williamson. The Vernon, BC native. Williamson is right by the puck as he gets it, so no momentum picking it up. Slow speed. The righty's got it over the right wing circle. Now cuts it back to the middle. Williamson fires. And a pad save made by Modica as Williamson was trying to go 5-hole. We're scoreless through the first 2 rounds. This is the last round that has to be unique. But right now, neither coach has been able to find somebody who can hit the back of the net. Goaltenders have been solid. Gus Ford up to bat now for Carolina in the top of the 3rd. Right-handed shot for the Ontario native. Ford, slow speed, top of the left wing circle, bringing it back to the middle, fires, and it's high over the bar and hits the glass behind McBurney. Still looking for our first goal in the shootout. Here comes MJ Graham. MJ Graham's got some tricks up his sleeve. Let's see. He's doing some laps in his own zone. The right-handed shot's going to pick it up with real speed. Over the left wing side, now slows it up, fakes the shot one way, backhand off the post and out! Another post over the right shoulder of Modica has saved him. Great move by Graham, just couldn't beat the iron, and we're still scoreless into the 4th. Another former River Dragon, Yuri Peshtuka, steps up here for Carolina. Right-handed shot. He's right at the red line as he gets the whistle. No speed. Now he picks up a little right wing circle. He's got it on the forehand. Looks, waits, backhand, tries the Forsberg, and he fails. Great kick out of the left pad by Bailey McBurney. Keeps that one out and keeps Carolina at a 0. Paul Frigeau steps up here in the 4th. He can put Carolina in a must-score situation. Paul Frigeau on the forehand, good speed, left wing circle, cuts to the middle, fires and sends it wide of the glove hand. Still looking for our first goal in the shootout, and now we're at sudden death. Chris Corrigan will step up here in the top of the 5th. Corrigan, no goals yet this season. Hearing it from the crowd. He's right outside the center circle. And the right-handed shot picks up the puck with slow speed. Now he trends up, left wing, moving it to the middle. Waits, dekes, and a good poke check by McBurney. Wasn't buying any of the head moves. And McBurney is 5 for 5. And here's a chance for Jay Krupp. Jay Krupp can finish it here. Nobody's found the back of the net yet in this shootout. Can the shootout magician known as Jay Krupp do it again? Right-handed shot, slow speed, right down the middle. Krupp waits up, dekes once, twice, a couple of times, and it bounced on him, and he lost the handle. Lost the handle, it popped backwards, and that's the end of his attempt. We now head into extras. Gus Ford will step up again here in the 6th. He tried one in the 3rd, and he sent one high over the bar, top right corner on McBurney. Where will he go this time? Ford's waiting a couple of feet in his own zone. Looks like he's going to pick this one up with some momentum. The right-handed shot grabs the puck at medium speed, trends it left wing, over the top of the left wing circle. Now cuts middle, and he scores! He put that one through the 5-hole of McBurney on the ice the whole way. And now the River Dragons must score to keep themselves alive in this one. Who better than the captain, Josh Petrantonio? Petrantonio's waiting in the slot in his own zone. He gets the whistle, skates this one ahead. Medium speed as he picks up the puck. Right-handed shot, trending left wing side. Petrantonio fires, score! Petrantonio blows it by the glove hand and keeps the shootout going. Let's head to the 7th. John Butita. John Butita, his first in this shootout. In the top of the 7th. McBurney's been playing a slow game. He stretches out the hammies before every shot, trying to cool off the Carolina shooters. Here comes Butita, medium speed, right down the middle, fires, sends it high over the bar. Now Columbus with a chance to win it. They're going to put Petrantonio back out there.
Shooting next for your Dragons, number 9, Josh
What has Petrantonio got in the playbooks? Fired one glove hand first time, not too many dekes. Does he get a little fancy this time? For the win, Petrantonio moving it over the left wing side. Right-handed shot in, fires again, but sends it wide. And we play on into the 8th. What an opportunity that could have been to send the crowd home happy. But we continue, and Gus Ford comes back out. He's 1 for 2 in this shootout. Missed top right in his first effort, went 5-hole and scored in his second effort. That was in the 3rd and 6th round, respectively. Now what's he got here in the 8th? Right-handed shot. Ford comes in, backhand, pad save made by McBurney. He was trying to go low on the 5-hole again, and McBurney was able to cut away the angle.
Now shooting for you.
In the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be Dalton Anderson. Anderson picks this one up. Medium speed right down the middle. Lefty waits in. Backhand deke. And Modica ran him out of room on the near post. Well, baseball season's over, boys, but let's head to the 9th. Carolina will send out their captain, Joe Cangelosi. The New Jersey native, right-handed shot. Waits at his own blue line for McBurney to go through his routine. I was talking with the referees. He's really, you talk about icing the kicker in football. McBurney's icing every shooter this shootout. Cangelosi picks it up. Slow speed, moving left wing, now trends back to the middle. Cangelosi fires and a pad save made. He's trying to go 5-hole on McBurney and he closes it up. Another chance to win it. And it's going to be Austin Doe.
Shooting for your Columbus River Dragons, number 17.
Doe could not get it done in the first round. And now he finds himself shooting again here in the 9th. Doe, left-handed shot, trending well to the left wing side. Now brings it back at the hash marks. Fires and a save made by Modica on that right pad. We play extras into extras. We're in the 10th.
Number 26,
Daniel Martin up next. Martin in the top of the 10th. He gets the signal. He's got good speed. Right wing side coming in over the circles. He whiffed on it in a backhand, and McBurney was able to make the save. Not sure if that was an attempted fake shot or Martin whiffed on it, but it did not fool the Columbus netminder. And now here comes Levi Armstrong. Armstrong, a new shooter. He's got slow speed as he picks this up. The right-handed shot trends over the left wing circle. Still there. Now cuts the angle, waits it out, and sends it high over the bar. Modica was down and dead to rights, but he just couldn't keep it underneath the 4-foot bar. And we're into the 11th. Gus Ford, the only man to score for Carolina back in the 6th. He's up again in the 11th, 1 for 3 in this shootout. Ford with good speed, right-handed shot, now cuts it back to the left wing side. Ford looks, pad save, McBurney. MJ Graham's now going to come out and try and end this.
Make some noise for number 8, MJ
Graham gets the legs going. Right-handed shot coming right down Main Street. Slows it up top of the circles. Picks it back up. Backhand. Fires. Score! MJ Graham right on the crease. Able to get it in and score. River Dragons take the win. 5 out of 6 on the weekend. What a game. What an epic shootout. 11 rounds deep for MJ Graham to finish it. And the Columbus faithful are sent home happy. 5 points out of 6 on the weekend. Let's take a break. When we come back, Chad Abruzzi postgame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care. Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Welcome to the Chattahoochee.
The King Claw is one of the most popular destinations for seafood enthusiasts. King Claw.
Celebrate the arrival of the
I don't think I have ever seen what I'm about to tell you, folks. We had to cut out of our break early. They have ruled this no goal. They have ruled MJ Graham's attempt no goal. They might be saying that Modica got a touch on this puck, which would have negated the attempt. If Modica touched the puck at any point during Graham's shootout attempt, which Modica was protesting after the puck went in, and now he has to come back out of the tunnel, and the crowd's letting him hear it. So scratch off the 11th inning win for the Dragons. We're going to head to the 12th. Dana Barker doesn't even know, and he said as much here in the building. It's got to be because Modica touched the puck. Even the most tiniest of touches from the goaltender will stop a shootout attempt. And now the crowd really letting the Stripes have it. Columbus has to return to their bench. Carolina never left their bench. They felt confident on it, and they got it paid off. All right, here we go in the 12th with Grebennikov. Grebennikov right at the red line as he gets the signal, picks up the puck. Left wing, left-handed shot, fires and scores. Hunter Bersani is the man here in the bottom of the 12th. Now he needs to score to keep it alive. Oh, how quickly the tides could change if Modica makes one save. Here's Bersani, right down the middle, looks, fires, blocker, save. Carolina wins it. Uh-oh, and fans are throwing stuff on the ice. This isn't good. You can't be doing this.
And please do not throw anything on the ice. Please do not throw objects on the ice. It is going to take protection and arrest. Please do not throw objects.
Well, that's a twist to end a game if I have ever seen one. Carolina wins in a 12-round shootout. The Columbus fans are not happy, and they need to stop tossing things onto the ice surface. Carolina's going to head off to their room, 2 points, and able to snap a winning streak, snap a losing streak, I should say. And boy, how the mood has changed here in the building. 4-3, Carolina officially wins it here in the shootout. Let's get to the break when we come back. The Chattahoochee postgame show after this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-pressed lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion, reunions, parties, you name it. We have a graphic designer on staff to help create the logos or graphics necessary to make your shirts unique. Here we pride ourselves in being able to deliver orders of any size at low competitive cost with no minimum quantity required to order. That's why the River Dragons trust us for all their uniform needs. Call the Jersey Shop in Columbus today, 706-565-4242.
Today, more than ever, you can rely on the trustworthy technicians at Midas for your car's needs. From scheduled maintenance to brake repairs to oil changes, suspension work, and more. Our technicians are known for their work and their word that your car will be fixed in the best way possible. Stop in your neighborhood Midas today with 2 locations in Columbus. At the corner of 13th Street and Veterans, just up the road from the Columbus Civic Center, and the other off Manchester Expressway. Midas Total Car Care, proud sponsors of the River Dragons. Trust the Midas touch.
It's time for the Chattahoochee postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Cypress Partners, Podcast 706, Chattahoochee Southern Brew House, The Jersey Shop, BioLife Plasma, and B&B Broadcasting. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Zach DeBozart.
This is my fourth year in the Federal Prospects Hockey League, and yet every single time behind the mic, you always see something different, it seems like, at some point during a season, and this one might have just been that. 11th round of a shootout. MJ Graham in the bottom half thinks he's got the winner. The horn goes off. The benches are emptying. The crowd is in a frenzy. And yet it was ruled no goal. I'm guessing, still guessing, because we've not got an official explanation, that it was a touch by the goaltender Nicholas Modica, which would negate an attempt by rule. Undetermined if either referee had picked that up or had talked about it after the fact and ruled it away. But there was a discussion. Carolina never left their bench, to their credit. If Nick Modica thought he had it or somebody in Carolina thought they had it, they all believed in it, stayed by, and got the call they were looking for. And then in the 12th, Viktor Grebennikov goes top left corner, upper 90, for what is eventually the winner after Nick Modica shuts down Hunter Bersani. I got to tell you, that was a strange one to be sure. Columbus will take the advantage in points out of this weekend, 4 out of 6, splitting the points here today, 2-1 in favor of Carolina. And it's a win that snaps a 3-game losing streak for the Thunderbirds and really just puts a lot of spice and a lot of interest in next weekend because, oh hey, it's the same two teams, Carolina and Columbus. A home-and-home set, one more game on Friday here at Columbus, and then Saturday it'll be the River Dragons' first trip to the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Annex in quite a while. How far a while? Well, just YouTube it. The date will tell you, and the view count, and the incident that may have happened. So that'll be a heck of a reunion getting back into Winston-Salem coming up next weekend. But here in this game, Carolina wins 4-3 in a shootout that goes 12 rounds and perhaps, depending on which side of the coin you fall on, ended in controversial fashion. It's tough to say from up here, obviously such a high angle. You have to go back and look at whatever film you can, but if Modica got a touch on that, it did count as a save. And thus the effort of Graham pushing the puck into the net after with his stick would be negated. That was the call. And when the dust was settled and the teams were back on their benches, give credit to Carolina and Viktor Grebennikov for getting it done and eventually securing themselves the win. We unfortunately, out of all of this chaos, used up some breaks, so we have got to go back and repeat a break here. So I'm going to talk just a little bit more about the game we saw in hand. Scoring summary reads as this. Carolina got on the board first, not once but twice through Gus Ford in the first period, 3:38 mark and then 17:45 mark of the first period. But 14 seconds after Ford's second goal, MJ Graham was able to put one in on a deflection and a centering feed, and it was 2-1 heading into the locker room through 20 minutes of play. Then at the 8:05 mark of the second, great breakout play had Columbus's Austin Doe get the goal on a great go route pass, I believe from Robert Van Weinsberg. It's officially listed as Levi Armstrong right now. Film and stat corrections will obviously tell us who it really was. My eyes told me Van Weinsberg, but again, after everything that's happened, that was so long ago, I could be wrong. Either way, Doe had tied up the game 2-2 as we had headed into the locker room through 40 minutes of play. And then in the third, well, Jay Krupp thought he had the victory as he scored the 17:10 mark. Great feed from Tom Maldonado to hold in at the right point and be able to feed it to Krupp, who was all alone in on Modica. And he made no mistake with about 5 or 6 stick handles, and he went to the glove hand and scored 3-2. Crowd was ablaze, and you thought, okay, all they got to do is hold on, right? No. 60 seconds later, Vaughn Clouston sent one to the middle that went off of Blake Peavy and found the back of the net past McBurney, and then it sat at 3-3. Overtime couldn't decide it despite some good shots and efforts both ways. And then, again, it took 12 rounds officially into the shootout. Neither team could score through the first 5 in regulation. Gus Ford and Josh Petrantonio each scored in the 6th. MJ Graham thought he had ended it in the bottom of the 11th. It was ruled a no-goal. Grebennikov in the top of the 12th scored, and Hunter Bersani could not beat Modica in the bottom of the 12th, and that's how it ended. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, a look around the league and wrapping up the weekend, looking ahead to another set of games against Carolina. After this on the Columbus River Dragons Radio Network.
Texas Roadhouse, we're famous for our hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, ice-cold beer, and our irresistible fresh-baked bread. We take great care in everything we prepare, serve with big smiles at a great value. Visit us at 2970 North Lake Parkway in Columbus or call ahead seating at 706-323-6616. Curbside takeout available too. We're proud to be your hometown favorite and are always focused on providing legendary food and legendary service. Texas Roadhouse.
The Chattahooch's favorite place for spirits in the valley is John Emerald Distilling Company in Opelika. Conveniently located in beautiful downtown Opelika, they're open Monday through Saturday for tours, tasting, and bottle sales. Not in Opelika? No problem. From Birmingham to Columbus, there's plenty of places where John Emerald originals are sold. Check out some of their favorite recipes at johnemeralddistilling.com and give them a follow on social media at JED Spirits on Twitter and Instagram.
Progress. It's the belief that your life should be easier, that life should be fun, and that the best is yet to come. With us, you have a provider who pours everything into bringing progress home. And it's not just some big name in a faraway glass tower. That provider is here. That provider is Beam. With local service and faster internet, the only place you're going is forward. And we're taking you there. Progress. Your Beam. Your way.
We're back here one final time on the Chattahoochee postgame show. River Dragons fall in a shootout 4-3 to the Carolina Thunderbirds that lasted 12 rounds. During the break, the production heads got together. They've been trying to scrub through what they could see from their views, and well, they're still as confused as us. I'm still standing by. It had to have been a touch from the goaltender. Anything else, and I don't know how you could take that one away from MJ Graham, but I'm sure we'll get an official explanation later on in the night, and we'll see what happened on that. But the facts are the facts. Carolina takes 2 out of 3 points here tonight, 2 out of 6 on the weekend. Dragons win the weekend with 4 out of 6, but it certainly won't feel like a one weekend, especially with how this one ended. A good crowd of 2,095 going home with a whole lot of mixed emotions. They thought they had the win late in the third. Then, in the minute later, the game was tied up. Thought you had the win again in the bottom of the 11th, only for it to be taken away in the 12th. Man, oh man, what a crazy sequence that was. Quickly, the Zelmo zip-in, look around the FPHL. This was the last game to go final, obviously, so we can tell you about finals from elsewhere in the league. Watertown defeats Binghamton on the road by a score of 7-4. Watertown added third-period goals from Michael Mann and Nolan Slachtka. That gave the Watertown Wolves all 3 points in that one. And Port Huron was able to bring it back against Danbury. Danbury Hat-Tricks had the lead 5 minutes into the third thanks to Tobias Ojic. But Austin Federley, his second, and then Matt Graham, both a minute and a half apart, both on a power play, gives Port Huron all 3 points at home, and Greg Harney will pick up the win for the Prowlers. Carolina, again, picking up 2 points as they have the victory here tonight. That makes your standings look like this. Danbury drops from a .917 win percentage to .733, but still are in front. Watertown and Binghamton at .667 on 12 points out of 18. And then a couple of teams at .500, Port Huron and Columbus, 9 points out of 18 and 6 points out of 12, respectively. Carolina in 6th, 7 points out of 18 for .389. Delaware, who is off tonight, still looking for their first points on on the season. Quickly, the Southern Professional Hockey League and the Southern Hockey Scoreboard, Roanoke 3, VC 1. That game's just gone final. Also a final and a bloodbath. Knoxville 9, Macon nothing. Yikes. Barnburner and Birmingham 8-5. Bulls beat the Fayetteville Marksmen. Huntsville 4, Pensacola 2. And still in the third, Quad City 3, Evansville 1. 9:47 left to go in the third. All right, what a night. What a weekend. Thank you so much for joining us here on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, the YouTube page, CTV Beam, and of course on YouTube as well. Big thanks to everybody here in the building. Dana Barker on PA, Taylor Blackwell doing the game ops down at ice level, Robert Van Weinsberg, who was our Inside the Lair pregame show guest, Mike V, who joined us for about a period or so during the game. Boy, he missed a lot, and whenever he comes back to the network, we'll have to inform him on what he missed. Big thanks to Elise Bradford and Allison Holiday running social media behind the scenes. All the production guys from the far end, what I can see, Chris McGuire, Javaris Harris, Eli Hardigree, Brandon Lane, Stephen Pierce. Oh, almost missed Jamel Hawkins. There's Connor Zays. There's Chris Kaufman as well. Great job behind the scenes, guys, putting up another great broadcast. Whew, what a game. That was a lot of fun, and we get to do it all again coming up on Friday. That's the next time the River Dragons play. They'll be right here in this building, taking on those same Carolina Thunderbirds. 7:30 puck drop means a 7 o'clock Fort Benning Harley-Davidson pregame show. One more time, your final score, Carolina 4, Columbus 3 in a shootout. I'm Zach DeBozart, wishing you all a very fond good night. We'll see you on Tuesday on the John Emerald Distilling Coaches Show. I'm sure there'll be more to talk about after that. Well, have a good night, everybody.